Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ladies, gentlemen, gamers, and the very special Tower of God lovers, readers, watchers of our humble series, enjoyers, enthusiasts, and awaiters of Season 4. Welcome back. We are back once again. I, Chris Allen, the maybe guide of the tower now, with my actual guide, the hairline,
What's good?
the holy and unholy one. We are back once again for a special, another one technically, Tower of God episode. Not reading time, but episode where, if you can't read the title if you're on YouTube, and if you're on Twitch, I guess as well, we're going to be doing a special tier list evaluation, ranking, pairing, discussion, chill, happy, fun time. Adrian, do you know what that means? Or can you TLDR or like Chat GPT summarize that?
What do you mean? You just explain it? Should I just copy what you said?
I guess, yeah.
I think that's what ChatGPT would do.
You think so?
Yeah, just say the same thing that you said back to you.
So yeah,
we're doing tier list.
Yeah, we're here. Pretty relaxed, pretty chill. That's hopefully the vibe. Last week we did some quiz time as well. So if you guys missed that and want to see that, go see that. It was with our student, by the way, my student, I would like to say, where hopefully I proved that I'm as good as a guide because obviously I finished season 3. But here,
a good social experiment too. We had anime only versus
manhwa readers.
full manhwa reader.
Yeah. The results might shock you, believe it or not. But either way, we set up the stream today for the tier list here. So the way this is kind of going to work is we're going to go through the entire plethora of characters that at some point or another we've either added to the tier list in the main series or we've even considered adding to the tier list in the main series. So we have a lot of characters here, and we have some tiers here that are, relatively broad to account for hopefully everyone, but we'll see. We'll see if we'll do everyone. We'll see how this is going to go. It's very early on, and we have a lot to get through, so, the sky's the limit, and things might change, they might not, but we'll see. But either way, hopefully no one gets offended. There's a lot of nuance, and even on the YouTube side of things, I've had to clarify the tier list that we used to have many, many times, because the tier list for a large part in the original series was very much with some slight interpretation from Adrian, my liking and opinions on these characters. This tier list is basically me and Adrian having to come to an agreement on where to place these people. And we can describe what the tiers mean as well a little bit here soon. But in general, the original tier list was my own opinion. And that's a very complicated thing because, as I've tried to explain to a lot of people as well, if a character's hot and we don't know too much about them, they could be in a pretty high tier if they're new. Now, over time, they might, go down. But basically, every character can have a specific reason why they're higher than another character, in my eyes. And no two characters might be the same, because let's just say this character's hot, but this character's hotter, and I've confirmed that, but they're lower on the tier list for some reason. At that point, it's not just from hotness. It could be from personality, it could be from current events, it could be how much I think SIU pushes them or glazes them. Basically, it could be anything. So don't get too hung up on the tier list, at least for the old one, and for this new one, if you don't like it, blame both me and Adrian at that point. But, this might ruffle some feathers, we'll see. But basically, it's going to be me and Adrian's opinion, combined fusion ha from Dragon Ball Z. And I guess super technically. But either way, let's look at the tiers we have here. So, Adrian, would you mind reading out the tiers for us?
Sure. Should I start from the bottom?
However you want to do it. I don't know if you want to explain them as well. I can kind of put some insight here, too. I guess it would be cool to see, how you think of the tiers, too.
Yeah. So we'll start with the Red Dump Resident tier. So this is basically the trash tier, I guess, or our equivalent. Basically, get rid of them. These characters, not good. Not only are they not impactful, but maybe they could perhaps be negative to the story or less than impactful. I don't know. Just wasted potential.
Now
that's
hold on there.
beyond.
Hold on there.
I'm trying not to
I
dip
think
into the other tier because I
I
feel
was
like some of
gonna
this would be
say,
like jobber
yeah, I was gonna
stuff too.
say, wasted potential could definitely be jobber tier.
Yeah,
I more so think the red dump is literally just the dump. If we see a character, we don't know them, we don't care about them, we have almost no opinion, we just want to
yeah,
get past them, we just throw them in
the
there.
worst of the worst.
We do
Yeah,
what
and
Jihad did.
I wanna like make something clear here too. It's like it doesn't have to do with like whether the character is a good or bad person. I think we're thinking more about like them as like how they interact with Tower of God and like
Their
the whole
significance.
world. Like yeah, their significance. Like what do they do in the story? What is their purpose? Do they have meaningful conversations with anyone? Like
Are they cool?
do you remember them in the story? You know, things like that.
Did they matter or anything? At
Yeah,
least to
exactly.
us. At least to
hmm
us.
Yeah, and yeah, it's always opinion stuff too.
Hmm.
But we'll reason our way through these as well. All right, so that's red dump, right? So then
Yes.
jobber tier, and I said it before, but I agree. Yeah, it'd probably be something along the lines of like maybe wasted potential,
Or people we hate.
um, or don't like. Yeah, just straight up don't like, wasted potential, somewhere in that range. Yeah, just disappointing characters. The A okay tier, I think, is pretty self-explanatory. It's just like not good or bad, just kind of like somewhere in the middle. It's like, okay, maybe they served their purpose as a character. Maybe they were just supposed to be something very minimal,
They're not
not too
ass.
remember. Yeah, exactly. Because we have a lot of characters in here. Like some of these characters, maybe their whole purpose is just like for one arc to say one thing. Like, okay, cool. You know, or maybe they didn't even do that one thing very well. And it's just like, okay, I guess. Yeah, it's kind of vibes based. But then from there we get to the actual positive stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good tier. So, we approve. Well used. Not crazy or anything like that, but it did its job and it did it, relatively well.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, maybe memorable characters, something you'd probably start knowing the names of these characters once we get into this tier.
When you see them, you're like, "Hey, I remember them," and you're like, "Okay,
Exactly.
it's all right to see them."
hmm
Pleasantly surprised, but not. I'm not salivating at the mouth, you know.
Yeah, and these also aren't like groundbreaking characters. Probably not part of the main cast. Maybe there are some of the main cast here, but depending on how
Oh,
annoying they are or good
we'll
they
get
are.
into that. I think
Yeah.
I think some picks in this list are going to be very easy, and some
hmm
picks might be very hard depending on where me and you stand against each other. But we'll see.
Yeah.
And obviously, if the chat comes in, if people come in, because it is a Friday when we're live streaming this on Twitch TV/Tecnics channel, where if people come in, they might be able to influence me or Adrian, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think I'm
hmm
pretty rock solid with my opinions at this point. And it's kind of funny, too, and I wanted to mention this at some point, but I don't know where the point was where I started forming my own opinions. Because for the large part, when I read, like, season two and season three, a lot of stuff was unknown to me. So when people would tell me things, and granted, I always say this, the talk community was great.
hmm
Very little spoilers and everything. The way they presented things was very nice. And a lot of the time, it was just me, like a little boy, listening with my hands folded, like, "Oh, yes, Daddy. Okay. Oh, that's what Enryu did. Oh, wow. Okay." And people would tell me, "Oh, he's stronger than this. He's stronger than this." That. Okay, yeah, wow, cool. I would just be consuming. After a certain point, I started having my own opinions that started disagreeing with some of the people's opinions out there. And I'm trying to like think. I don't remember when it specifically got there, but
hmm
I would definitely say like now I think I've had my own opinions and I'm pretty confident on them. And I'll
mm
explain why too if and when we get to it.
Yeah. Another thing I'd like to add too is like when you make your tier list, it's very in the moment most of the time.
Yes,
Of
it
course,
is very
sometimes
based
people
on
move
around the
up and
story.
down.
Yeah.
But like now that we've completed the whole thing, we can just do like a full assessment from like start to finish. We're not saying like this person was good at this part and bad at that part. So like they moved and jumped in the tier list. Now we're doing like an overall, was this character good or bad?
Yeah.
So like an example would be like someone like perhaps Karaka, we'd have some sort of opinions on, right? Because he kind of jumped around a little bit on the tier list
Oh yes. Oh
in terms
yes.
of how interesting he was. He's just a very dynamic character, so stuff like that.
Yeah, and this is where again, at least for me, I don't know how Adrian is going to rate his people, and we'll see as time goes on. We'll see as we start, placing people here and discussing it. But for a large part for me, my rating is heavily going to be related to just a lot of different things. Like certain characters, if they fit the tropes I like, they're going to have an easier time. Other characters might have a harder time, and it really just depends. But like Adrian said, it's basically like my last opinion of them as of the ending of season three. So
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit more like overarching everything for the most part.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Hopefully, we agree on a lot of things. Otherwise, this is gonna be a very long video. We have a
Well,
lot of characters here.
yeah, we'll see. And like I said, I said this to Adrian too. I think some of these are going to be very easy. I think some of these might be. We'll come to an agreement. Some of them we might fight tooth and nail over, but I'm very curious to see what our opinions are and if they differ or not. Also, what's going on, Sleepy? Um, it really depends. So it's really hard because it matters on a per character basis, right? There are some characters where if I just like their look and I think they're hot and they're not completely ass in the story, I might like them a lot. But then I might judge other characters purely based on their story relevance if they're a man per se, right? Like if I look at Chang and I'm like, okay, he's not a woman, number one, right? But number two, I'm mostly going to base him on story relevance because sadly he's a dude. So I could be a little sexist. Now, maybe I shouldn't be saying that, and that gets taken out of context. But I could be a little sexist here, at least for me, and that's why hopefully Adrian will balance it out. Or Adrian might reveal he's a little sexist too. We'll
Well,
ultimately see. We'll
this is
ultimately see.
why people usually split tier lists, I think, just to like make things a bit more consolidated. But we're going for
Just
everything here.
broad,
We're gonna make
yeah.
the everything tier list and see
Yeah.
if we can make it work.
we
Because it's
when
true, some things need to be judged by different criteria. Like we mentioned, we have Shinwei in this tier list too. So like, is a Shinwei going to be better than an actual character? Probably.
well, it's
But how would that shape up? So
I think it's the common trend of, you know how some people say I love my dog more than like certain people? I
yeah.
do believe that. I do believe like,
Mm-hmm.
pets are almost like family to some people and they would
Right.
put it above like a random person.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Shinwei are kind of like that depending on the Shinwei. It really depends, but
Yep.
and that
True.
is
True.
not true, Sleepy. That is not fully true. Just having boobs does not count. It's not my fault SIU turned Gooner with the new artists, man. That's not my fault. That's
That
something
is
also we could
super
talk
true.
about.
Yeah, it's gonna be very goon when we go to Urek as well.
Oh my
The
god, I'm
art
so
style
ready.
remains.
Yeah, I'm so ready for that. But yeah, I forgot where we were at.
I don't know.
I think we
Explaining
were
the
just
tiers. I think
yeah,
we
yeah, yeah.
stopped at some point.
I think we stopped after good. So
Yeah.
great and great and Glaze are basically self-explanatory, but
Yeah, just higher levels of the other one.
yeah, I do want to put Glaze, and again, for me, at least this is what it'll be. Like Glaze to me is either like I absolutely love them for either their looks, their story relevance, or if I think SIU glazed them really hard because
Mm-hmm.
there's gonna be someone here. I already know who it is. I already have them in my mind. There's gonna be quite a couple people here that I think should be in Glaze tier list, and we don't even know what they fucking look like. So
Hmm.
it depends. It depends, but
Interesting.
we'll
Yeah, I
see.
was thinking glazed tier would have a high barrier to entry, but it seems like you're pretty like okay with throwing whoever
Well,
based off
I'm making it
vibes.
sound like I'm just gonna like chuck people in there, but I think you
Uh-huh.
might agree. Maybe you
Okay.
won't.
Yeah, we'll
Maybe
see when
you'll
we get
settle
there.
for a great. I don't know, but
Mhm.
we'll see. We'll definitely see.
All right.
But yeah, I mean, in terms of again the vibe, very chill, very relaxed, and we could just tangent to something else. It really
Hmm.
depends.
We might not even have all the characters. I think these are all just characters that we added through our progress of the tier list. So some
Yeah,
characters might not even show up, like very small ones.
yeah, which I think is fine too. Like I said, this is all
Uh,
characters that have either been added to the tier list or were almost going to be
which, by
added
the
to
way,
the
we
tier
might be
list.
missing some important stuff. I think so, towards the end of season three, did we add a lot of the more interesting season three characters? You know, what I'm talking about like the red dump people. I don't
I
think we even
don't
have
think
those
we
people here.
did. I don't think we did, but that's
Oops.
fine because I don't care about them. They're too new.
All right, maybe we just talk about them. Really? I mean, I thought you'd want to talk about their design and stuff.
I mean, I feel like there's barely any. I mean,
We know nothing about them though, so
that's the
maybe it is okay
problem.
that we miss them.
Yeah, that's the problem. I think at that point I would have to purely judge them on looks, and then it's an unfair comparison. I think
Yeah.
to everyone
So
else,
maybe,
but
maybe we do a top females tier list and then top males
oh
to
god,
balance it out
oh lord,
in
that.
the future.
Well, we'll see. Whatever the fans want, relatively.
Hmm.
I can't promise anything because I'm
We gotta
employed.
know who's your favorite, right? Because everyone's got a favorite. There's
Exactly.
some very common ones, but there are also some very uncommon ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if y'all are interested in which, men and women we like the most,
The
and you,
waifu tier list.
oh man, that'd be a crazy one. I don't know if I'm ready to do that one though. I think I would have to get all the way through Uruk to do that one too.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, we don't want to skip out on Urek, right?
Yeah, I want to be all inclusive, so we might
Yeah,
save that one. Oh, you want the men, huh? One, okay.
the men
You
tier
want the
list.
men tier list?
I think Cha gets top tier there. I'm just
Yo,
thinking of it. That's the first one that popped into my
let's
mind when
just
I think
say,
about like a man.
dude, the descendant of the first man. That's him right
Mm-hmm.
there.
They
But
don't call him that for nothing.
exactly, I don't think Cha has ever lost, has he?
He's like Yama, but
Like the
like
opposite.
alternate universe Yama. Because I feel like in terms of strength, like Yama's low key stronger than Cha,
Now,
especially after the
now,
buffs, right?
yeah,
But
absolutely.
Yama has continuously had L's, whereas like
Yeah.
Cha just smokes everyone in his path.
hmm
Yeah.
So we'll see what we'll do. But again, if everyone likes this, let us know, please. I didn't get too much feedback for the quiz. I mean, granted, we don't get too much feedback in general, but whether it be the quiz or this, let us know your opinions. And if you want more, we may comply. But I think with all that out the way, I think we're finally ready to get started and get going. This might be a long
Mm-hmm.
one, so I have food next to me. We can eventually end up taking bathroom breaks. We'll see. Again, very chill, and hopefully everyone appreciates what we did for the
We didn't even talk
screen.
about that.
Yeah, for the screen
Just
here. We
ignored it.
we tried to make it as interesting as possible because just staring at a tier list most of the time I don't think is the best thing. So we put a lot of
Exactly.
eye candy on the screen for
Mm-hmm.
everyone. So yeah. Either way, let's start this shit. So Adrian opted to go in just, I guess, not chronological, not alphabetical, just in order of how they appear, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine with that too. So
Yeah, I
we're
think
gonna
that's more
start
interesting.
with Albelda, and also
Mm-hmm.
one more thing to note. I don't know how much we are going to stick to this because now that I'm thinking about it, the further we get in the tier list, we might take forever if we do this specific thing. But for now, we'll try it out and we'll play it by ear. But for now, the actual position in the tier will matter. So if
Mm.
they're first, that means they're the best of the good tier. If they're last, that means they're still good, but not as good as the other people. So for now, we'll say the ranking matters. I don't know if we'll throw that out. Again, we'll see. Either way,
Yep.
Albelda.
Yeah.
Ooh. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to say what I think?
I'll let you take it. I'll let you start.
Okay. I think Albelda had really, really good significance in the story. I think obviously she's pretty as hell. I love that she's a part of the White Clan, aka the REA clan. And I even like that she's not fully the sister anymore either.
Mm-hmm. She's
So,
completely changed. Yeah,
not completely.
since becoming the souls
Yeah,
or
not
whatever.
not complete because White said like, "Oh yeah, you are my sister, but you're not fully my sister." Like it was like a
Mm-hmm.
fusion. So I really
Yeah.
liked how she was like a guardian of the soul. She was also a nice person, which gets her a lot of points. I think sadly, as time went on, though, she kind of degraded and she got less and less relevant. And I feel like we just kind of lost her in the plot because the main last thing I remember with her was she was holding back White from like doing pure evil. Like she had made like a agreement with him to join him. And
Mm-hmm.
for some points that was still held in effect. And then eventually I feel like they just threw it out and we didn't get any explanation of to like, did he overpower Albelda? Did Albelda just not matter anymore? She kind of just
Mm-hmm.
disappeared from relevancy. So
Yeah. Not even a mention of like her attempting to stop White. You know what I mean? We were just radio silent on her impact. Was what it
exactly.
felt like.
Yeah, it was like, okay, she was kind of stopping him. He was acknowledging her, and she was like, yeah, remember the agreement we made, White? You have to, like, play by my rules, whatever they were. And then just
Mm-hmm.
nothing. Like, White just was doing what he wants after that. I'm like, okay, cool. So, because of that, I'm actually going to err more on the side of looks. I'm going to go with good
Mm-hmm.
tier, which is ironic. I just put it here as a placeholder, but I'm going to go with good tier.
Yeah. I think I agree. She plays a very like important role in the Hell Train, especially when like White is like rushing to become his full self before fighting
Yes.
Bomb.
She helped with the first White cucking, by the way.
In the Delar show, yeah, and she was kind of like the tipping point for Bomb to actually beat White the first time, which is like a huge moment for a lot of people. I think it's a lot of people's like, well, like some of their favorite moments in like season 2 is like the Delar show and like that whole thing.
Yes.
So, and her being a part of that is pretty critical. She's obviously like she doesn't really have like the most characterization, I guess. Like we don't really
Which
get
is
to
sad.
see what type of person she is, but she does do like a few like quips here and there. making fun of people, things like that, like flying around and whatnot, just being like a nuisance. Kind of flip flops on each end of the of like whose team she's on here and there until making the final decision to join Bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah, an interesting character, I think, and the origin too. Just like as we mentioned before, how like she's kind of a fusion of multiple people. Like she's become something different since acquiring all the souls, which is cool. Yeah, I like her, and I think good is appropriate, right? Because it doesn't go too crazy, but gets the job done. Pretty interesting character.
Yeah, and for me, it's kind of both. Like I love her story, even though I wish I had more. And then her looks is just she's beautiful and she's strong, and I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Up next, we have the legendary Sweetfish.
Mm-hmm. Another Delar show / Hell Train character. I'm not sure if it's actually Delar show, but it's definitely Hell Train.
Yes. So
that's something like one of the tests.
Absolutely. This one, and I'm probably gonna have to limit my explanation because if I explain every single one, we're gonna be here forever. But this is the originator. Like some of them, I have to explain. This is the originator. This is like the OG coon, like #1 glazer. This is what like the like Sweetfish that's like on fire is based off of, kind of in a way. I think this deserves to be in great tier. Personally.
Oh damn, that's huge.
Yeah, I think as a representative of the Shinwei, it's like one of the top Shinwei in my eyes.
I will never forget its sacrifice.
Exactly.
When like the lava started pouring and it sacrificed itself to save everyone.
Not just the
Sweetfish. Yeah, everyone. Yeah. It like blocked it for them, and until I think Yuri ended up saving them with like her little bubble Shinsu.
Yes.
Yeah, they said that stuff could like melt rancors. They always say that sort of thing. But anyways, it was dangerous, and a lot of people were in trouble around there. But the thing I really like about this too is it kind of starts the meme of like Kun having like interesting interactions with like Shinwei around the tower.
Yeah.
Yeah, it also does seem to be like the source or like the reason why his fire powers, like the Yeon flame, comes in the form of a Sweetfish. Maybe it's like a callback to that. I'm not sure.
It's a spiritual
how true that is, but it seems like it was intentional to make it the shape of a Sweetfish of all things, right?
Yes.
Relating to that Sweetfish that sacrificed itself. I don't know if I'd put it in great tier. I was actually thinking either good or okay tier, just because the impact, it doesn't make a huge impact in the story. It's definitely like a nice character. But by itself, it's very like a lot of people like in the general population probably wouldn't care much about it. Like they would feel bad for the moment, but I don't think they would
so I'm
care too much about it.
I know what you're saying, so let me try and convince you here. Also, Sleepy, I agree. I wish we saw Albelda before she fused. I would have loved that. But going back to the Sweetfish here, I'm putting this separate of just people. I'm just comparing it to like all the Shinwei. Like if the Shinwei if we were doing the exact same tier list for the Shinwei, where would I put this?
Oh, I see. That makes more sense, but then it just seems weird putting it in an overall tier list. Like I feel like it has to be like scaled down in an overall tier list because we have so many other characters we're trying to rank.
I disagree. I think people can make the distinction like, oh, these are Shinwei, these are people.
I don't know. It's gonna be weird when we have like one Shinwei and Glaze tier, but like if we're ranking in between the ranks, I don't know. I would say good tier at best.
At
what
best.
I would put it. Yeah.
Okay. For now, I'll, since you're leaving it up to me, I'll be merciful. I'll put it in good tier. Now, I guess the Shinwei, oh god, see, this is the hard part. The Shinwei, I think, are going to be their own thing, so don't count this as better or worse than Albelda, just count it as separate. At least in my mind.
Just making the rules as we go.
Yeah, pretty much. So, Albelda's not better or worse than the Sweetfish. I don't even want to compare them. So, either way. Going on to the next one, we have this fuck. I don't remember his name. I know he died. I think he died like after the wall or whatever.
Yeah, they're trying to release some of the people in the wall or something like that.
Yeah, and I think he was on Cha's side maybe, but I think he was with an old guy or something. I don't like him.
I think his uncle was one of the, or like one of his relatives was one of the
Friends of Cha?
Sacred Grove people. Yeah, like the guy with the mask or whatever.
Yeah. I don't care about him.
Unless I'm like mistaken. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't even remember his name.
Yeah, I don't think it matters. He was literally there for so short. Like, I think he's a red dump resident.
Yep, wouldn't notice him.
Cool. All right, now we got a heavy hitter here.
Ooh.
Okay. We have Miss Yiwa Yeon.
Mm-hmm.
So, you want to go first or you want me?
Sure. It's got to be one of my favorite characters in season 2, man. The development of this character, starting from not being able to
Oh,
control
you
her
mean in the
powers.
anime, right?
And oh my god, stop! Not the anime. The anime cooked her so bad, and it's sad because a lot of her development happens within that workshop period, and it's
Yeah.
like one of the highlights, in my opinion. Like on the side, like there's a lot of things that happen in the workshop, but she kind of has like her own journey throughout there,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like learning, picking things up. She fights with Rack, and they work together at some point. She learns to control her powers over time, and then it's like the finale. Not really a huge finale, but like she ends up burning the that little thing that Beta swallowed that kind of kicks him out of the game.
Yeah, like the fucking like parasite thing. Yeah.
Yeah, the parasite thing, which is like a true control, like one of the first times she actually controls her power, like to the fullest extent. Like
Yes.
that was precision aiming. That, so it was really cool to see that happen at the end. And then of course Hell Train, she gets into a lot of fights as well. She fights Angel, which is one of the cooler fights
Oh,
there.
she
I really
popped
like
off
that
on
one.
that one. Wasn't that
Yeah.
the reveal where she had like the destruction side of the Aeon Flame?
I think it was always known deep down, like just from the fact that like she burns everything around her,
Yeah,
like
but there
without
it
even
was
trying.
like Giga showing like she wasn't
Yeah,
messing around no more. Like she activated like destruction mode.
it was sick. Yeah. Yeah, I really like you. I think she's great. She kind of falls off later in the story because she gets separated after the I think it's the Hidden Floor arc. Rack, Sword Simp, and Yua all get separated.
And somehow Rack comes back and she
Rack comes
doesn't.
back. Yeah, exactly. So falls into the mirror, the like the piece of the mirror that like I think Sword Simp was carrying with them that takes him into the Hidden Floor, whereas the other two don't. It would have been cool if she made it into the Hidden Floor arc with them and they all went together.
Mm.
But they end up climbing the tower individually, her and Sword Simp, and then they just get captured by Yule, which is kind of like kind of falls flat on her face in terms of like story stuff because
Completely forgot what even happened to
I don't
her.
consider Yule like I don't think Yule would be able to fight Yua, but maybe Yua was caught off guard, so that might have been the main reason behind
We
it.
really
But
don't know much about Yule either.
that's true. He does work with the boss, which could make him potentially a dangerous character.
He
But
knew also at the end of season 3, he knew what was about to happen somehow.
yeah, when the what's it called shows
The
up.
nuke coming.
Yeah, and destroys everything. He's like, we got to get out of here, guys. So
He
yeah, he's
literally
definitely a
said this shit's about to
mysterious
blow
character.
up.
hmm Where would I put Yua? Probably, I want to say Glaze tier. I'm afraid to put her in there so early.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Okay, I was
I
gonna put
feel
her good tier.
a very easy great tier for me.
Really? Okay, I was gonna
Yeah,
put her good tier, but this is where we might have a different valuation
really
here.
good tier.
I
Okay.
love her, don't get me wrong, but I'm trying to think of her in the totality and what's really hurting her. And this is strange coming from me, because I really
hmm
like her as one of the main, what's a nice way to say this? One of the main concubines of Bomb, right?
That's crazy.
I really like her as one of the main ones, but because she was out of the story for so long, I think that degrades her for me. I honestly think it degrades her, and I don't even know how she could come back in because you mentioned Rack, and I was glad you mentioned Rack. Rack easily came back in the story. Kun is still struggling, in my opinion, but Rack is very easily in the story with the new transformation he got. Even if Yiwa were to come in, I feel like she has no relevance now, and I don't even know what power up she could get that's not an ass pull that would make her relevant. For the
Yeah.
time she was in, I think she was great. But the problem is, in the whole totality of things, I don't think it's that much. And while she was cool, I don't think she left a lasting impression enough to put her for me in great tier.
Hmm. Okay.
So you agree to put her in good tier?
I won't argue against it. I disagree, but
You'll concede it for this one.
yeah, I'll concede it. It's fine.
Okay. Do we want to put the position though?
I think she
Better?
goes higher than all three of all these.
I would
Yeah.
agree. I would agree
All,
because
the
she's a main
entirety.
character. Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
Oh, another heavy hitter right here.
Endor.
Endor.
The taxi of Tug.
Okay, all right.
A lot of
This
people's
is
best girl.
Yeah, this is where some people are definitely gonna get very upset, and some people are gonna be like, okay. So, do you want me to crucify myself first, or do you want to do
Yeah,
it?
go for it.
All right. I'm saying great. I'm saying easy great. I was thinking Glaze, but again, a big part for the glazed tier, at least to me, right? You can only be so hot, and that can only carry you so far. And Dorsey almost has both. Almost. She has the beauty and the brawn almost. She is sadly
Mm.
not to the level we're dealing with, but granted, almost no one is. And that's why the glazed tier, even though what I said before is kind of a misnomer, it's going to be sparsely populated, I think. Because a big component, at least to me, if you have to be in glazes, you have to be strong. You just have to. Now, there's other things again, and maybe there will be some exceptions with the beauty, but we'll see. But to be in glazed here, you gotta be extremely relevant or extremely hot, extremely all these things. And Dorsey is almost all those things. I will never forget, she surprised me so much when she was fighting like Lilial in all those different ways. Or was it
Yeah, I
Shilio?
can't believe after like you even thought about that and you still put her in great. That was such a pop off
I
moment right
really,
there.
yeah, I really want glazed tier to be like valued. I don't want to devalue it by just shoving people. Now, granted, that doesn't mean
But
that
she's
people
so
can't go in.
consistent around the story. Like she's
Not by the
constantly
end.
having moments.
Not by the end. I feel like the end
I
she
would
was kind of
consider
stupid.
I would consider the marriage arc pretty close to the end, all
Y-
things considered.
yeah, maybe I'm overvaluing what I
Because a
saw
lot of
most
the end
recently.
is the family heads fighting, and obviously she's not going to have a role there,
Yeah, but I feel like
right?
she was stupid there too. Like what she was doing was kind of annoying me. She kept being like the damsel in distress, and I feel like things just. I was like, why is she still here most of the time?
That's
Granted, they
fair,
always
but she
default.
does have a lot of
I was
she
gonna
has a lot of
say
staying power in the story.
because I was gonna say this too. She always defaults
Uh-huh.
to what? She's the bong bong. That's basically
Yeah,
what she is. So
that definitely pulls her down. Yeah, the whole bong bong taxi thing, but
I
it's
don't think
also
it's
very
false,
critical to her abilities and stuff like that. Like
which
she
is
did the sky drop
sad.
on Yama's Mad Dog or whatever,
Yeah,
Vargard,
yeah.
which was sick.
I
She
think it
can
has
like
great
her
moments.
flying was good during like the hell what is it, the floor of death. She could fly around with the bong bong, which is
Y-
kind of cool.
yes. If we had the bong bong as a separate character, she'd be cooked, in my opinion.
You think so? I don't know. I
Yeah.
really like that she picks up from Yuri's skills too. Like she learns like the red velvet sword, her own edition of it. I think that's kind of neat, neat little development of her.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm okay with putting her in great, but I'm a little shocked. I thought you would want to put her in glaze. Like
I
some of your favorite moments have Dorsey in it, right?
yeah, but
The
she's
name
not
hunt
that big.
station.
She's not
She
that
gets her
big.
name stolen.
It felt it's good, and again, I think I'm probably going to be more stricter. I mean, listen, we'll see what I'm going to say with some future characters. Some people might get upset at me, but I think for main characters, sadly, I think she also has a tough, but I think great. But maybe you can convince me. I don't know.
I'm okay with it. I'm not really willing to argue it that much. I don't want to defend Dorsey that much. She
You don't
does
want to
have
get
her
attacked,
flaws.
huh?
Hmm? No,
You know,
I think I'm more likely to get attacked for not pushing her up to glaze tier. Honestly,
no, I think the opposite.
that
I think people
she was
probably want
voted
her
pretty high
lower.
for like best girl. I think like
Really?
she's like a consistent top three. I think,
I think
right?
for our fan base, a lot of people don't
Despite like
necessarily
all
like her.
the slander of her being a taxi.
Lol. Wow. Okay, so we'll leave her in great tier. Next,
Go sang.
Gosang. I really like Gosang, man. Like,
Yeah.
I really, really like Gosang. Um, it's gonna be tough. I think
hmm
she need. Oh god, this is gonna be so biased. Now I might get into biasness. I think she's good tier at the most. I think realistically we should put her in this.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Hmm.
realistically speaking, because at the end of the day, she didn't really do anything power wise, fighting wise. Like, I don't even remember what she even does. She's
hmm
really just there for just character interaction, which I love. But at the end of the day, if I'm going to try and be non biased, she's really missing a lot of categories that a lot of other characters have, despite me
hmm
loving her.
Yeah, Goseng's one of those characters where she's like the normal person in a
Yes,
world full of like super powered people,
exactly. And I want her
and I
there.
think she
I'm,
does that pretty well.
yeah, I want her
And
there being normal.
one of my favorite parts of the anime of season two, like if I were to pick one thing that I actually liked, would be like
Chinese
the
stuff.
voice acting, and I think they did Goseng really well, like in the anime.
I think so too.
Of the season two anime. Like looking back on it, like there's a lot of things bad about the anime, but like Goseng really felt like that type of character that was like checking up on everyone, like kind of being like
The big
the
sister.
logic person of the group. Yeah, the big sister of the group, getting mad at Wang Nan whenever like
She
he'd
had to
make
make up.
Missing cry and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, that's also her sister, but She had
Yeah,
to make up for just, not being able to
not
do much
sister.
else. Oh,
They're like family
relative,
members, but
relative.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I always think of it as sister, but yeah.
Hmm.
So I would say again for me it's A-OK tier because I'm just trying to think ahead for like other characters and stuff.
Okay, but she has to be pretty high up in that tier,
We'll,
I'd
we'll
say.
see. We'll see how things end out.
She feels like a pretty strong, like upper version of that.
We'll see. We could
Um,
we could adjust things later on
yeah,
as
we can
time goes
adjust.
on. Yeah.
Yeah, she was continuing on the anime talk. She was kind of butchered some of her moments, especially with like the
Uh,
party thing
yeah. Or Yang.
with Horiang and stuff like that. A lot of
Kung
people
Ho
hated that
Young.
romance too. I think in particular, our anime only friend did not like it at all, and for good
Yeah.
reason since they kind of botched it.
I think he was
But
biased against Hori Yang personally.
maybe, yeah. I don't know. I like. I just I feel like Goseng's just like a chill character. But it is true. She doesn't really do much. Like I can't really think of like, well, what did Goseng do? Like she doesn't really have a moment.
She's just there
Like
for just interaction. That's it.
exactly. And she doesn't have to be a strong person to have moments like that would be impactful and she just doesn't have those. So I think it's okay to put her in this tier.
Okay, cool.
Hmm.
I don't even need to explain this.
Uh-huh. This is how you know this tier list is super biased, by the way, but it's
No,
okay.
not biased at all. Not biased at all. Do you agree with
It's okay.
this?
Yeah, I agree with it, I
I don't.
suppose.
Yeah, I don't. Ironically enough, I don't think we need to really say anything about this. I think if people have watched the series, they know enough.
Yep. She's the
Ja
goat.
Ja.
Yeah.
So, I feel like in a
She's a fun
similar
character.
way, yeah, in a similar way, she's very much like Gosang. I
Yeah,
wouldn't
I
mind
agree.
putting her in A-OK tier.
Hmm. I would put her above Goseng though, just because she's
Really?
and I would for
I was
a few
thinking
reasons.
that. I was
She
thinking
feels
that.
like
She is a
she's in the
fighter.
story longer. Maybe she's not in the story longer, but it feels that way just because
She has
she's
more
just there in
relevance.
more impactful moments. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She starts evil and she has that switch too, where she kind of like joins the good guy team, which kind of adds to like her characterization, which I think is great. And she's just like a funny character. I feel like a lot of funny things just happen around her.
She got drunk and she couldn't handle it.
Yeah, like she's pretty entertaining to have on screen.
I'm gonna be honest. I actually struggled with this too. I was like, man, should she be above Gosang? I don't know. Honestly though, I don't know why I'm tripping. She's a fucking bunny girl. Absolutely, she should be above fucking Gosang. No disrespect to Gosang, but like, damn, yo, I think she's so cute as a bunny girl, and she was a villain too. Like, Adrian's right, man. There's so much to her that are good.
Yep.
All
Also
right.
helped out in the Hidden Floor arc. Not the Hidden Floor, the Name Hunt station with Ran in them, which was fun.
Yes, yes. I feel like again,
She helped take
sadly.
out Enietta with
Oh my god,
Ran.
yeah.
She was part of that team, so she has her moments too, which kind of separates her from Gosang.
Yup.
But
Yup.
it is true that she's very much like a weak person in a superpowered world as well.
Yeah.
She's not particularly strong.
At least she's doing something. Like, at least
Hmm.
she's doing a little bit more than Ghosting. But
Yep.
I fully agree. God, man, I love the bunny girls. Anyway, here's where we might get into the real biasness.
Uh huh.
Yuri,
Yeah.
the princess,
Uh.
the imp of Jihad, the Yuri, the one of the first people we ever see Bomb's mother slash lover, in a sense. A lot could be said for Yuri, but
Hmm.
I'm gonna let you take it away first because I know this is yours.
Yeah. Yuri, one of my favorite characters. She just has so much going for her, and she really plays like an interesting role. Like in the beginning of the story, she's kind of like the protector of the regulars. Like whenever rankers pull up, for example, like someone like Karak or something like that, Yuri's always in the background dealing with that sort of stuff or being the great equalizer. So she plays a critical role in like keeping the power scaling to make sense in the story because she balances whatever Fug throws at the regulars by always being there. She's also a mentor. She teaches Endorsi a lot of stuff. She's has like a really fiery attitude, which I think is a lot of fun. She kind of has that like if I can't have bomb, no one can type feeling
I
thing.
love that. I
She
love that.
often like gets in the way of like Endorsi trying to like get close to bomb or anyone else for that matter too. Especially during the marriage arc, she pulls up as well. Her rivalry with freaking what's her face,
Hold on,
the
hold on,
glasses
hold
girl.
on. I said slash sleepy. I didn't say and. I said slash lover. She could be viewed as the mother or the lover of Bomb, not both.
Yeah, I don't know. I never really saw Yuri as like a candidate for like being with Bomb. It's like kind of one of those things where it's like I feel like she's accepted it, sort of thing. She definitely feels like a more of like a big sister slash mom sort of thing for Bomb. She just takes care of him a lot.
I think there's definitely some possibility
But
though.
she does get jealous when other people are around him for sure. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
So
don't know. What is there not to like about Yuri? She's badass too. She just smokes everyone that she fights. Most of the time. I'm trying to think of when she technically lost to I keep
Caliban
forgetting her name, Tiara.
and Caliban.
And Caliban, yeah. But Caliban was kind of like a force of nature. No one could really hold back Caliban at that time, besides maybe Jin Sung Ha.
Yeah, but you got to remember, it wasn't just Yuri doing that shit.
Yeah. She's not particularly strong. Like, she kind of falls out of power scaling, especially now. But I feel like she's a very important character. Like, keep in mind, based off the blog post, she's one of the only people who's seen Phantominium and like lived to talk about it, according
Really?
to SIU. Yeah,
Oh shit!
she's seen him.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was like a blog post only thing, so it could not
Be
like it could
retconned.
be like yeah, be retcon, but
Mm.
yeah, she's a very important character. It just feels like she gets very lucky too a lot of the time. Like she never gets called out for any of her breaking of the rules. She's essentially protected by her mother, who loves her. It seems like Yurin Ha. She's
That
shielded by a lot of the
that
rules.
is one of the best things ever. After the war, after
Mm-hmm.
the war at the last station, Yuri broke all the fucking rules in the book. Like pretty evidently too. Like it wasn't that well hidden where like people were noticing, but it's Yuri, right? And she was treated so well, especially by Calvin. Calvin even warned her. Calvin's like, yo, you're a princess. I don't want to have to do it, but I will do it if I have to. And he's like telling her, like, please just cooperate with me, right? I don't want to go against like Jihad's system, showing how loyal Caliban is. And after all of that, Yurin said she was not happy with how Yuri was treated. That is
Mm-hmm.
fucking, that killed me. That fucking killed me. Like, Yurin is just, she's just crazy.
Yeah, supports Yuri all the way through.
Too much so. Like, Yuri gets away with too much. Spoiled.
Yeah. And she's also one of the few, or maybe the only,
Dual wielder.
um, yeah, dual wielder of a 13 months, and got away with it after being
Mm.
saved by Garam. Because it seems like every time that happens, it's essentially a death sentence. But Garam had the counter to it, and it happened to happen when she was there. So
Bell.
just another reason why Yuri kind of has like that main character energy.
Mm-hmm.
We could have honestly had a Yuri side story too. I think
Oh, of
she
course
says a
she
lot
would
going
say
on.
that. Of course
That
you
would
would
be
say
the
that.
princess arc. The princess arc would make a lot of sense if it's in the perspective of Yuri. She just
Yuri
seems like
POV.
if our main character was a princess, it would either be in Dorsey or Yuri. I
Not
think Yuri would
Mashi?
have to be more of like a prequel, right?
Wow. Yeah, yeah.
Nah, not Mashini. Unless we want like young Mashini, which is a pretty interesting character.
Hmm.
We love Data Mashini.
Of course.
But yeah, I don't know. I'd say S tier for me, easy, just because I'm super biased.
Okay.
But I would be okay with great tier as well.
So,
I wouldn't fight it,
let me think.
just because Endorsi's there too.
Okay. I don't know, Sleepy. I think it's not just because she looks like her, like she looks like Urine. I think it's also because she acts like Urine too. I think Urine just sees a lot of herself in Yuri, personally. But I don't really fully know because, again, excuse me, we just need more information. I'll go with S tier for now. I'll go with the glazed tier for now. I think she does get pretty glazed, more so than a lot. She's hot. She's cool. She was the first one there. I wish she was just a little bit more horny for Bum. The only thing that kind of makes her go down for me a little bit, but I'll just go with Glaze for now, is and I've mentioned this before, I think season 3 kind of really shook up my view of her, because in season 2 she was very like calm, calculating, and that went against a lot of what they said about her. And then in season 3 we saw what they said about her kind of being true when she was just, committing genocide and not really caring. And I was like, damn, I never saw this like side of Yuri before. I felt like it was very like out of nowhere and a little forced, even though it was explained. That's the first time kind of seeing it, and I'm like, damn, we're so late in and we're finally seeing like how they describe Yuri. So that's the only thing that knocks it down for me, but I'm alright with glazed here for now.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that for sure.
So I'm gonna replace the picture of Endor here just because I like this picture better. But moving on, because we have some repeat pictures in here. Yura!
Yep.
I honestly think for what Yura was and what Yura is, she's almost like a mini Endorsey to me. And there's a lot more I could say on this, and I do like how she has a lot of decent characterization, especially in the data floor, the hidden floor. I'm gonna put her at A-OK tier. I was considering Jobber, but I'll put her in A-OK tier just because I think she actually does have some pretty good story and stuff. I just
Hmm.
don't really like her, but not enough to where she's about Jobber because she just does one main thing that I don't like, which is, well, two. Number one, she's kind of a bitch, but I guess it's the tower. It's kind of
Hmm.
explainable. Number two, she helps Rachel, but Rachel got to have someone in her corner. Like she's very just like chill most of the time. She's just following Rachel around and then kind of doing stuff. In her arc, she was great. Out of her arc, I feel like she's just there. She's not necessarily annoying me, but she's not doing much either. But she did have a good arc, I think.
Yeah, I especially like that she's connected to the cursed people, which is a
Ex-
faction that we don't talk about very much.
exactly.
So she's our connection to that part of the tower.
Mm.
She started off pretty strong. She was in one of our favorite parts of the story, the crazy
The
yellow
crazy
ball,
yellow
was it?
ball, man. I always remember
Yeah.
that shit.
It's kind of ironic too because there's an interesting moment where like she becomes the reason why we have this pink-haired girl. I forget her name, but like she kind of idolizes,
Oh
like she
yeah,
wants to become an idol, and she idolizes
Yura.
what's her face, Yura. But Yura ends up
Yeah.
being the reason that she burns her hands and has to quit climbing the tower. So it's kind of like a sad ending to her that like her own role model leads to like her having like some pretty bad damage on her hands. Now, could it be healed with tower magic? I have no idea, but they made it seem like at the moment that like her run is over, like she can't climb
Yeah.
anymore.
I
Like it was a permanent sort
completely
of injury.
I forgot about her. I liked her too. She was so like
Yeah,
happy and
exactly.
hopeful, man. Oh
Hmm.
man.
She was a very nice character to have. I kind of like those early Hell Train Revolution Road type characters that we kind of meet throughout that end up dropping at some point. It's kind of nice to see those characters. But an interesting thing, it just kind of shows like how ruthless Yura can be at times. Her power is
Yeah.
pretty interesting too, with her lighthouse just teleporting around, being like a portal gun essentially.
Yeah.
Causes a lot of trouble for the our main cast.
Literally
But
just
I
a mini
totally agree.
endorsey to me.
She's kind of just been reduced to Endor not Endorsey. She is like the evil Endorsey, but she's kind of like been
Mini.
reduced to like just Rachel's assistant, I guess, or like
Yeah.
secretary, and she doesn't really have much personality past the Hell Train arc. So I
She's
agree.
she's like Rachel's coon in a sense.
Yeah, she has potential to be more. We just need more of her
Time on
shining a
her.
little bit.
Yeah. We need more
Yeah,
time. But I don't hate her. I don't put her in jobber
yeah.
tier. I don't hate her.
She might have overstayed her welcome though, especially with like her whole story about her brother being locked to the hidden floor
I actually like
and how like
that.
the big breeder stole her brother. Like
I,
that was very crazy, like her image and everything, the brother's image.
I really like that. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, it was cool. Hidden floor is very,
Very
very good
good.
art.
I really like the hidden floor, yeah.
Yeah.
She got two.
All right.
She's not really. Yeah, I agree, Sleepy. I mostly agree. I think SIU could have always done more, especially hit her harder too. But
Mm-hmm.
regardless, all right,
This
the
looks like a
big
pretty
boy
harsh tier
one.
list so far.
Yeah, well, that's good. I think it's better to be harsher than easier.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna put her right here for now. I think we all know why. Now, I think she's one of the best jobbers. Right? I hate her, but I think she's a really, really good villain for what she is. It's just there's so much mystery around Rachel, and we still don't know the rhyme or reason why she's doing sort of stuff. We're kind of having some, I guess, maybe initial thoughts, and a lot of people were telling me more stuff with like Vom and stuff, and potential stuff with like the magical god that like pedophiled his way into Bomb's tiny body. But I think because there's just so much nuance to Rachel, and Rachel's Rachel. I don't think this is a surprise, but I will say I'm thinking she's gonna end up being the top of the jobber tier personally.
Mm.
I don't hate her because I think she looks good. I think she actually looks kind of cute, right? It's just man, that personality just needs to be fixed, man. But again, we do see the cracks here and there. We do see like the struggles. She's not like just an evil villain to be evil. We see like she's really weak and like just like a roach trying to survive sometimes. So I think she's cool. I think of all the jobbers, she's my favorite jobber for now. Well, we got to go through more of the list though, but I think we have our first jobber here. The person I hate, but I don't hate too much.
I disagree
Okay.
pretty strongly. I can see how she can be a jobber at sometimes, but like Rachel is a huge character. If you ask anyone who's an anime only what they are like most excited for after watching like season 1, it's like they want to see the demise of Rachel. Like Rachel gets the fans
Yeah,
going. It
because
really makes people
they
want to
hate
read
her.
Tower of God. Yeah, and that's a sign of a good character. She's very good at being like a bad person.
Uh-huh.
Like the betrayal is huge.
So where would you put
Her
her?
I was thinking good tier.
Really?
Yeah, and I think like her whole run, she's just constantly a thorn in the side of the main crew. But like, there's times where she's not around, which is okay. Oh, wait, okay, sorry, I was just watching Sumo. They just did a crazy freaking thing right now.
I
I had
thought like a
Sumo on my
bug
second
popped
screen.
up or something.
Anyways, but Rachel has she has a. I lost my train of thought.
It's okay.
She's just really she's a really important character to like
I
the
agree.
story of Talk. She is like critical to the story of Talk. She's what drives Bomb in the beginning.
I
She has an excellent
absolutely
moment where she gets the man eater ray. What is it? The man ray
yes,
from
the
Gustang. That part was really cool. I really
that
liked how
creepy
she
ass
became,
thing.
because Rachel's usually a weak character, but then in this moment, once she gets that thing, she becomes a threat to the team.
And the Fitbit.
She's also the reason why Arc Raptor, although not directly because it was because of Joaquin, but she allies with Joaquin and leads to the death of Arc Raptor and Prince, which is like a pretty important part of the story, I'd say.
Oh
Because it leads
yes.
to future stuff, right? The White V2 with Arya and the
Oh
Cat Tower.
man,
So
oh my
Rachel kind of
god.
sets up a lot of things for
Yeah,
the
okay.
story.
Okay, I want to make it clear. Also,
Mm-hmm.
thank you for the clarification, Sleepy, but I want to make it clear. Jobber doesn't mean irrelevant. Jobber doesn't mean like, they're useless or whatever. It could mean that.
Okay, I thought we were interpreting that like that, like how
No.
this tier list
No.
is just like in terms of importance,
No, not
like just
fully.
tiered upwards.
Not fully. I like I said, certain characters are gonna have different like values. Her importance is off the charts. She's probably one of the most important people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like probably more so, maybe even than Huarun, but I struggle to say that. But in terms of just, I'm talking about like just perception and how much I like. A lot of it is just how much I like her. And again, I do like her, but I hate her as well. So Jobber here for her at least is like, I don't want to put her above other characters, even though she is more important than a lot of them, and she's gonna continue to be more important too. It's just like, man, I hate her. You know what? I think I agree with you though. I wouldn't mind moving her.
Okay, yeah, I guess it depends on how you interpret the tier list, because I was just thinking about it like it goes up and it goes down in terms of like
I
importance.
wouldn't
The Jobber
necessarily
is
think
someone we
about
don't
like
care about;
that.
they just get smoked in the story.
It could be that. I think for most people it's gonna be
Because that would
that.
make things too complicated if we have like a Jobber tier list, but then we're like, but this character is also really good, and you're just looking at like how they're below everyone else.
I
It kind of
guess.
defeats the purpose of a tier list.
Okay. I mean, if we're going by that, I would say she goes to the top of good tier.
Okay, I'm okay with that because she does take a lot of L's too. Like she does lose and then just run away sometimes, which can be annoying.
I don't even care that she loses because that's kind of like the whole like stick she has. Like it makes it better because she has to figure out like different ways to go through things now. She knows
Yeah,
she's not gonna win. She
but
has to do it like
you're
a
always thinking of
slimy
what she's
way.
gonna do when she's on the screen. You know what I
Like, oh,
mean?
what's
Like there's
gonna
that
happen
moment.
now?
Yeah, like what's gonna happen to Kun because like now Rachel is here and the freaking Pobedao ship. Like you're always thinking like she's got to be doing something. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Which, ironically enough, it was a lot more tame and just fine than I thought. Like that
True.
was very
Yeah.
anticlimactic.
You just don't know what to expect with Rachel, which I think is great about
I
her.
I think so too. Okay, you
Mm-hmm.
changed my mind with her. Okay. Vespa. I'll
Mm-hmm.
put Vespa and Jobber.
Yeah, I agree. Jobber, okay, at best.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have a lot. Maybe we could switch her out, and it is a her. But I think there's not
Mm-hmm.
much explanation we honestly need. It's Vespa. We know.
Yeah, just
There,
kind of a filler character, it feels like,
yeah.
in Shibisu's team for season
It's
2.
it's like a DEI hire. Like they needed a cool, different looking character, so they got
That could also
Vespa.
fly and
Yeah,
like caddy people.
yeah, and it's sad too because Vespa obviously had some like tiny potential. She was
Mm-hmm.
like I barely remember her story, but she's like the queen bee or whatever of like her people or whatever. I don't know. They
Yeah.
went nowhere with it. They did nothing with it. So
Yeah, Vespa has some funny moments though, like when
they
some of the
walk into
team
the
members,
room.
yeah, think that she's like a bug or whatever. It's like, oh my god, they let a bug in the room or
It's a
something. And it's just
giant bug
looking there.
too.
Dude, the way they drew Vespa too, with just like the little line of hair, it just looked really
Yeah.
funny.
It's pretty funny. Vespa has their place, but
Yeah.
here's a
Not
big
a terrible
one.
character, but didn't really do much.
Exactly. The terrible characters slash the non-forgettable ones are the red dump people.
Yeah, exactly.
So now we get to Jellybean. I
Jelly
think
Bean.
I think Jellybean is slightly above Vespa because obviously
Mm-hmm.
Jellybean like has I think sparse combat and there's a little bit of nuance to Jellybean. We're kind of wondering, she's a little mysterious. She had her own tier. She had the sus
Mm-hmm.
tier for a while.
Yep.
But aside from that, it's really not much. I still think sadly too. I hate
Yeah.
saying this, but I think she's a jobber, but she's above Vespa for sure.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. Kind of
It's
like wasted
sad, man.
potential. They set her
Yeah.
up so well. She was such an interesting character with this random group with Barrow Barrow.
And she's a
Um,
Eurasia too. She had
she's a
like
Eurasia.
power,
She has her
man.
moments where she's sleeping. We love our Eurasia family people here.
Yup.
They're always
Despite
great.
despite what we're gonna do to them on the tier list.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, just wasted potential is really the key to Jelly Bean here. Like it could have been good, but SAU just didn't go anywhere with it. That's
Yeah,
why I think she's jobber.
absolutely. All right. Big boy time. I'm actually gonna skip the picture from here because we have a better one right here. Actually, we'll
Uh,
use the good one. Here we go.
oh, okay. Yeah,
Mr.
they're all the same.
Hots. Mr. Hots.
Hots while he's on what is it
Dongblade.
called? Lorry duty, I
Wait,
think.
no, I don't think he has
That's the
Lara
first
there.
time he whips out
Oh
the
no, he
dong blade.
does. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
when he
he's on
was.
Lorry duty.
Yeah, it was when he was fighting Shiliel, right?
Yeah, our favorite Lorry carrier,
Yup.
Hots.
So
Uh,
this
mhm.
is this is gonna be very tough, but oh man, honestly, and I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm gonna put him right here personally,
Mhm.
right below Rachel.
Okay. I'm honestly, I get it. You know what I mean? As someone
Okay.
who loves Hots, one of my favorite characters, I do get it. He's definitely missing something.
Uh huh.
He has a lot of I mean, he has some potential, but there's always this feeling that like he'll never be able to catch up to the main story, where it feels like he belongs because he starts out in season one being one of the strongest people and being like a very hard worker, and then he falls off pretty heavy,
He
but he still
peaked.
keeps that hard worker mentality. But then the scaling just gets so out of like whack that like a person like Hots who has like no real special skills or gifts or anything like that,
Besides the Dongblade.
yeah, can't really keep up with the pace of the story
If
where
he
we're
didn't
fighting
have the
rankers and stuff
Dongblade,
like
it'd be
that.
cooked.
Yeah, the Dong Blade is a great addition, but we just haven't seen enough of it, and it seems too much like a win button at the moment. Like it doesn't seem like he's really doing much in terms of technique with it. He just kind of pulls it out and see if it fixes the
Well, he
problem. You
almost
know what I mean?
dies. He almost dies when he uses it.
Yeah, but I want to see more like, and this is an issue with like SAU just in general, like his story writing. Like there needs to be more like thought process, like what these weapons do. Like it there's something there with the Dong Blade where like it cancels spells, like which is kind of interesting, I guess. But spells aren't really super prevalent in the tower to begin with.
At least, yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like
and
the
just saying that
higher,
it cancels things is not really like an interesting ability for someone who's like a sword fighter. Like there
it's a
needs to
little
be something
boring.
more to like the fighting skills. Yeah,
Yeah, I
we
mean,
need better
that's a problem
fight
in
scenes.
general. Yeah, I was gonna say that's a
Yeah.
problem in general, though. But I do agree. But I would say he lasted pretty long in the story. I would
Hmm.
say he did last a while, and that's why I'm putting him so high.
Yeah,
We
love
just love Hots.
his personality though is like top tier.
Yup, he's
Hmm.
stupid, but he's good.
Exactly. He's very very gullible, believes everyone immediately, falls for it all the time, but at the same time he's always there to back up his friends.
Absolutely.
We love him.
So I think we're both in agreement. Then he's cool there.
Yep, he's the lawful good character, I think.
So we have an absolutely
A
legendary pick
banger.
here. I think there needs to be no explanation for this one.
Yes, sir. The
All right.
final boss of
Of
the
the
Hell
tower,
Train.
I think of the tower. I think
Perhaps the tower.
he might be like also above the locked like tower.
Hmm.
The floor. He might
Everyone
be
knows
there.
his name.
Yup.
It's mother flipping Yo Kim.
Wow. All right, Sleepy, have a good one. Hopefully, we see you back. But so yeah, if you want, you can leave a comment on the YouTube stuff too. We might get a lot there, but we'll see. All
Yeah, I
right.
can already tell it's gonna be very long if we intend to go through everything.
Yeah, I mean, again,
We can do like a speed run.
we could try to speed up, yeah, but
Yeah.
missed the bomb. Oh
Bomb.
man, this is
I feel like you kind of have to put him in Glazed tier, but just
We
like
have
where?
to. Yeah, that's the hard part.
Yeah, definitely above Yuri, I think.
Yeah, Yuri is not above Bomb for sure.
Who is more Glazed than Bomb? You know?
Well, now we're getting into personal stuff. I like Quarry. No, I
Yeah,
have
no, I'm
to.
just
I
I'm just
have
saying
to.
I'm just saying it just for the
Yeah. I have to put
as a
it.
character.
Right now, he's the best glazed.
All right, later,
He,
Sleepy.
yeah, have a go on, Sleepy. He's beyond like sucked off. He's literally the walking pinata. He's the main fucking character. He has some pretty good aura moments. I wish he had more. I wish he had more moments where he just got pissed. The two moments he got pissed, and there's more, but I don't think they were done well. But the two where he got pissed, and I was like, okay, this is good. Number one was at the top, right when they were gonna go in the hell train when he found Rachel, and Rachel just was like, "No, Bomb, like I don't want to talk to you, like I'm out." And he was like, "No, I'm gonna talk to you. It's not a question anymore." He had enough, and he dog walked everyone, even fucking Bulbasaur too. I was like, "Oh shit!" He like, and that's when he was like little boy Bomb. Like he was kind. He would like be like, "Oh please, please, can I talk to you? Can I wait in line, please?" No, he said, "Nah, I'm skipping the line for once." I was like, "God fucking damn." And
Mm-hmm.
realistically speaking, looking back now, maybe like he was using some of Vom's power there too, because of the emotions stirring and everything. But who knows? But I mean, yeah, there's not much I need to say with this. What about you, Adrian? Do you want to add anything, or do you agree with Bomb here?
Not. I think you pretty much got it there. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
pretty
pretty
self-explanatory.
absolutely. Mr. Cunius.
Mm-hmm.
So, a very very big character, one of the main three. However, I'm gonna be honest, and this is where this could be up for debate, heavily for debate. But I think right now, especially with some of the characters I think are gonna come out, I'm honestly thinking he belongs right here.
Yeah, I kind of agree. He really fell off in the story.
He's so
Season one, he
pushed.
was amazing.
He's
I
so
think.
yeah, he's so forced now. Like everything he's
Mm-hmm.
getting, I feel like he's doing stupidness. He's not really shining in the situations where he used to, and it doesn't really matter. Like yeah, he's always there for Bombs, like moral support and stuff. But who isn't at this point? And
Mm-hmm.
I feel like him not specking into like, the lightning or the ice stuff, even though like it's
Yeah.
rare and stuff, was a big missed opportunity for him to stay relevant. He chaosed White
Mm-hmm.
but showed nothing for it. He keeps being the damsel in distress. He never dies. There's just so many issues with him. He's
Yeah,
cool,
I
but
agree.
not jobber, but like top of the AOK tier just because he's one of the main three, but that's it. He does have some cool points too, especially early on, but
Yep,
it's kind of like a
totally
hot
agree.
yeah, it's like a hot situation where not combat wise, because combat wise he's obviously better than Hots, but actually it depends because the Dong Blade is the Dong Blade. But relatively, I think he peaked very much personality wise and just event wise, like earlier in the story. I think as the story went
Mm-hmm.
on, it just kind of got like forced and butchered a little bit.
Yeah, he kind of loses at his own game too. Like being the smart guy, he kind of loses to people like Huaruyun who just have future sight and just abuse that.
Yeah,
So it's kind of like a shame where it's like he has to do all this planning and he's pushing a rock up a hill against all these other people that just do it so
he's
effortlessly.
Sisyphus.
Yeah.
I think it's Sisyphus, but yeah,
Hmm.
he's just
He's
eternally
also a
cut.
hard character to write too.
Yeah,
He's in a tricky position being a regular and trying to be like a mastermind at the same time.
and he's a 10 grade
But yeah, of
family
course has his
members
moments
too.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But most of them are early. Like, remember when he was like threatening people in like beginning of season two? I was like, damn, this guy
Hmm.
has aura. He's scary.
Yeah, I
Ain't
miss
ain't
when he
no
had the
one.
bag.
Yeah, ain't no one scared of him now.
Yeah, he's not pulling the knife on anyone anymore. He
He
just
doesn't even
doesn't.
have it. He doesn't have the
It
white
doesn't work
heavenly mirror
anymore.
either. He gave that
Yeah.
shit away. Either way,
Hmm.
we agree on Cunius. Now we have big dog here,
Hmm.
Rakius.
He has to go above Kun, I think. I
Ab-
think he's slightly better.
Absolutely. I would honestly say I would put
Great.
him. I
He is pretty iconic.
he is, and he's funny, but I think he gets a little too tropey. And it's only
Okay, yeah.
recently where he got good again. I think he got good again finally, but we'll see how
Hmm.
long he's good, how much they show it. I think for a long time he doesn't even do anything. Remember we were like counting, or I think that was anime only, but remember it got to a point where like he just wasn't saying anything, he was just there. I think that was in
Yeah, no,
around
that was in
Tiara.
season 3.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that
was
was around
around
season
Tiara.
3. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's just there to be there, which is
Yeah.
very strange.
And I think they just did that too much where by the time SIU said, okay, it's Rack's turn, it was too long to get to his turn, and his turn wasn't that long when we even got to it.
Yeah.
I'll put him here. I would confidently put him below Hots.
Hmm.
Maybe
Yeah,
above
I'm
Hots.
okay with that.
I don't know. Below or above Hots.
Um,
I'm like in the middle.
I would say below, but I'm a little biased
Okay, I think that's fine.
because I like Hotz's like he has some big moments.
Yes, yes. So does Rack too, but you know. Okay, so the next person on the chopping block is
Hmm.
a very, very special one. I'm trying to find the specific picture I hope we still have here.
You have it on the right column,
There
far
it
right.
is. Yep. I think he has to be englazed here.
Yeah,
He
because
has to.
this includes Joaquin as well, like his previous versions and all that
Yeah,
other stuff too.
yeah. And
Yeah,
we don't
yeah.
even have
White
his
is just
siblings,
a
but
force of nature in the story. Like
I would
he's
honestly say
constantly
he's
moving the
this.
story.
I would say he's
He
right
moves.
here.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. He moves the story in his own direction. Whenever he's present, everyone has to be careful when he's around. It's very good.
I can go on forever about this guy. This
Hmm.
has to be one of my favorite characters ever in Tog, ever. Like he is half of the time an issue, half of the time he's whatever. Like sometimes he's
Like
chill.
sometimes he's on the team.
Yeah, and he's
Exactly.
he's like contributing and he's having fun, he's cracking jokes, he's being silly, and then he just flips the switch and then he's like, "All right, and I'm gonna eat you." And we're like, "Whoa,
Hmm.
whoa, what? Like what the hell's
He's
going on?"
chaos.
Yeah, it's like he's literally just like chaos incarnate. He's just like chaotic evil, but like not all the time. It's so weird. You have to be so like
Hmm.
careful around him. And then if you glaze him, he likes it and he might throw you a bone, he might not. And then to see like his evolution, we literally named the syndrome after him. He's such an important character, and he's around for so long, doing so much stuff. We had White syndrome, where you almost get your like what you want, but you get cucked. That's White syndrome.
Hmm.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. I fucking love White. I love what he is. I love what he does. The good and the bad. He is just like you said, a force, and he's just amazing. I just want to blow him. He's amazing. He's cool.
Yeah.
He's a sick fuck, and I like that. Like he is the villain for Bomb. Like he was Bomb's op. Like he fucking hates this guy.
Hmm.
I only think there's one person who hates Bomb more than him, and we'll get to him.
Hmm.
But yeah, so we're both in agreement.
Yep.
Okay,
Excellent
cool.
character.
Big character here,
Hmm.
Poppy Kaiser.
Yep.
So
Lane.
I would say
I think we need another great tier character.
it's. I was thinking that too. That was my first thought, but I think especially you might be getting this. You might be getting too
Hmm.
blinded by her arc. Her arc was excellent.
Her arc is good. Yeah. Why
Yeah,
did she stay though? They made her stay in the story, and then she
it
did
kind of
basically
ruined her.
nothing.
Yeah,
And
kind of
yeah, it definitely did.
it lowered
So
her
I'm kind of
stats.
ignoring that part, just because it's such a small part too. Like, yeah, she's around for a while, but she's almost not even there. You could just pretend that she's not there and
She
just only
doesn't.
look at the name hunt.
Yeah, she
Her
doesn't
arc
have
in the
like
name
any
hunt is so
aura.
good.
I think if she only was name hunt, even then, because she's not that there in the story, it's like she's damned if she does, damned if she doesn't, right? Because she
Hmm.
stayed in the story, I want to drop her down. But if she didn't
Hmm.
stay in the story, I would drop her down because she had so little time in it. So it's like, what can
Um,
you do?
I feel like it's unfair to drop someone just because they have little time in it. I mean, like if little time could be an issue if we're talking like glazed here,
Uh-huh.
but I don't know. Like if they're really good at what they did at the time, I think they can at least make it to like great tier, right?
But I
If
don't
it's
think
like
she had,
truly good.
yeah, I don't think she had like overarching, overreaching either like consequences or effects or anything. I mean, granted, we interact with her family a lot, we see her dad and stuff,
Yeah.
but like, that's
She's
not
a
really
very
with
interesting
her.
villain. Yeah, yeah, that's the thing that sucks. They did kind of miss with her a lot with the whole like the war arc where she's there, right? Or I mean, she was
Mhm.
there during the Cat Tower. It's like why couldn't she be there during the marriage arc, right? Like
Yeah.
especially when it was mentioned multiple times by her father too, who pulls up
Yeah.
in the story. They're like, hey, why don't you just marry Elaine? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
And she's nowhere to be found during that part of the
the
story.
worst part is they could have pushed it further. Like, how does Elaine feel about Bomb after like he beat her? Was she grateful? I'm sure she was, but like I would have loved to see it and then see them interacting more. Elaine didn't really interact with Bomb at
Yeah.
all after
No,
like
I agree actually. So this
it's a
is a situation,
tragedy.
it's similar to like Jelly Bean, where it's like there's a lot of missed potential here, which is like
It's
suffering her grade. So
painful.
I think great tier is kind of out now,
Yeah, okay, I
especially with how
convinced you.
exclusive it's been. Yeah, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
okay with it. But
So
definitely still one of my favorite characters. I love this
so
character,
where do we
and I
put her
love the dark.
here though? I think above Albelda for sure.
Yeah,
But are we gonna
I'm
put her
okay with
above?
that.
Okay,
I'm
yeah,
okay with
I
that.
think that's
Like
a
where
good
she is
tier.
right now.
Also, welcome back, Sleepy. But we'll see what we're gonna do with the whole Lopobia people.
It makes me sad to put these people because like a lot of this isn't really like us like moving at
We're
ourselves. Like
being
this is like
forced
just the way the
to.
story goes. Yeah, exactly. Like
I know.
if I wanted to write Tog my own way, I'd write it in a way that where
She'd be
Elaine
better.
would be much higher. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I know. All right. A
Mm-hmm.
classic, a historical classic
Iniesta.
here. Iniesta. He has to be
Yeah.
at least good tier, at
I
least.
think he's definitely higher than Kaiser because he has that same he has all the good parts of Kaiser and with none of the downfalls because his story ends there. Like
Yes,
he
but
doesn't
that could be
linger
a
any longer.
downfall. I mean,
I think
are you
it's a good
taking
I think it's a good ending.
I think it's also a potential missed opportunity. You always remember what I said, right? They could have like him joining the team, and then he could have a vendetta against
Mm,
White because White's
but
the main family.
he could have been cursed like Elaine to just be irrelevant
Irrelevant. You're
though.
right.
So like
You're right. Yeah.
the way that it ended right now, I'm totally okay with the way that it did. He created a huge mess. He was the only one of like Kaiser's bosses that actually made a difference in the
He
story.
got ganged.
They had to send multiple people to beat him, including Ran, who's like one of the strongest people at the time of like that
Yeah.
arc. Like next to Bomb, like he's one of the strongest people right
Yeah, and
now.
he showed that off literally in that arc too, with like his move in the
Yeah.
beginning against the guy who countered him, no less.
Yeah. Oh, we get the sick moment too, where it's like when you're against an REA, just hit them harder type thing.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that
just don't
moment.
even care. Just get them.
Don't try to dodge their sword. Yeah. That
Just
was
tank it
awesome.
and fuck them up. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
so
Indiana was a great villain. Short lived, but like
it could have
good
been
all
part
the
of
way
the
through, I
team,
think.
man. It could have been part
Yeah,
of the team.
exactly. It is like one of those moments where it's like, man, if only we were just like in different circumstances. Because he really was like a chill person. Like he didn't really have any malice or anything. He was
Yeah,
just doing his job.
and Kaiser was helping him out too. I think like Kaiser kind
Hmm.
of felt bad for his situation because he kind of got like
Exactly.
abandoned by his family, just like how her
Yeah.
family abused her. But
They were just on different sides of
of the
the
coin,
aisle or whatever
yeah,
the coin, whatever you want to call it.
it is what it
And it's a
is.
shame,
But yeah,
but great character.
absolutely very
But
tragic.
not in the great tier.
Yeah,
Because
sadly,
we're gatekeeping that tier so hard right now. It feels
it's
bad. I feel like some of the
crazy.
good tier could be pushed up,
We'll see. We'll see. We still have a
because good
lot of
is looking
characters.
very
We still have a lot of
populated.
characters. I'm seeing some people already who I think
Yeah.
might be up and
Okay.
coming.
All right.
So next up, Bulbasaur.
Muntari.
Oh no, Muntari. God damn it, they kind of look similar to
Muntari.
me. Yeah,
He
Muntari.
gets murdered by Bulbasaur, I think.
Oh God, is that who
He
gets
gets
him?
bisected, yeah.
Oh Lord.
Muntari gets a pretty bad death, but it can only be described as jobber activity, right? Even though I like
No,
Muntari.
no, I don't think he's Jobber. I think he's okay.
Muntari is interesting because I think he's one of the few characters who's actually able to do reverse flow control,
Really?
other than Bomb. I might be wrong with that. I kind of want to look it up actually.
Okay, but I think Muntari, because I remember him enough. I barely remember what he does, but the fact that I have good feelings about him means I liked him, which means like I
Hmm.
don't think he should be a jobber, which is crazy that I'm putting him above Jelly Bean, but I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe he should be in jobber. I don't know.
Yeah, he's one of the few characters who was able to show reverse flow control, which is extremely unique amongst
He wasn't a
Cloud
ranker,
characters.
was he?
He wasn't. No, he was one of Akka's like homies.
Wow.
He was basically our introduction to the
Yeah,
Hell Train
yeah.
people.
Oh my God, yeah.
But it's
Not
really sad. Like the way he died just felt so out of place, though, for such an interesting like
I thought
character.
they spit on him.
Yeah, like he just got disrespect. Like maybe he forgot to block and then just died like that. You know what I
I mean,
mean?
that's kind of glazed to Bulbasaur then.
Like it was like he died on accident. But Bulbasaur, like it would have been okay if Bulbasaur was a more interesting character. Because
I
Bulbasaur,
know.
although he becomes kind of like an issue, he kind of gets jobbed at the end of
He
like by
doesn't last
Bomb.
long enough, yeah.
Exactly. Like he's definitely the strongest out of like the
Group.
thug people, Yeah, but he doesn't really have much of a personality like Angel,
He didn't
and
have
he's
enough
not like
time. That's the problem.
exactly for killing someone like that upgrades you as a character kind of. So like I
Yes.
expected him to be like more interesting and whatnot, but he just ended up being like some random like he was
Goon.
like he like worked for Yama, like he was one of the Mad Dog type things. I
Yeah.
don't know. I just wasn't feeling him as a character.
It's another wasted potential thing, I think.
Yeah, he got outshined by
I don't even think he's
what's his
on the
face
tier
too, the,
list
the
here.
soul guy,
Yeah. I think some of the tier list is
Dan
missing.
Daniel
Yeah.
Hatch.
Yeah, Hatchet, yeah. Daniel was
Yeah.
cool, but just for a warning too, I don't think everyone's on here, which honestly maybe that might be a good thing. Because the tier list at one point got corrupted and we needed to reset it, so I don't think we added everyone back. But
Yeah, this is a very scuffed tier list, but I do like that we're just chatting about this sort of stuff, though.
yeah, kind of reminiscing too. It's really reminding me a lot of stuff, but I would say I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent. I could see bottom of okay tier near the top of Jobber. What do you think?
Bottom okay, I'm okay with because he is very
He's
unique. He
cool.
was a really cool guy when we first met him. His
Yeah, he was
demise is
chill.
very sad, but the fact that he knows like reverse flow control, I think it's just so interesting too. He seemed like he had a lot of potential if he lived longer, and it was just cut short, which
Yes.
happens in stories. You know what I mean? Like that's a thing that happens. So
Yes.
maybe it's just unlucky that it happened to him, and that's just the way it is.
I agree. Big boy time.
Wang Nan.
Wong Nun. Okay, so now I'm running into an issue.
Mm-hmm.
I think I want to put him in great tier,
Me too.
but do we put
But
him above
why?
Rahel?
Okay.
Because
Um.
I think more and more Rahel's importance is kind of like understated being good tier, but everything else about her also brings her down. She's a very like complicated character where it's like if we're
Mhm.
judging her purely off of importance, she should be up here. Like she should be around
Right.
here. But what's it's not just importance. It's
It's
also
also their downfalls too. Like
yeah.
what is time wasted? And there are times where like Rachel just kind of falls flat on her face with her plans. So or there are times where like she's in the story and she doesn't do anything. So it's like you expect her to do something and she doesn't do anything.
And also I just don't like her
Yeah, fair enough.
sometimes. So Wangnan is very interesting. I think he's one
Hmm.
of the most potential characters. He's heavily teased to be, a potential son or slash prince of Jihad, maybe. He's connected
Hmm.
with the Red Dump. He's connected to all these things. He went through massive character arcs after, Prince and Arc Raptor got their thing, and he's still with
Hmm.
Missing, and then he was like switching sides a little bit. He made that shady deal with the Jihad shit with the sword that looks
Hmm.
like the things on the back of his neck. There's just so much there. He's the potential brother of Karaka. There's so much shit, and
Yeah.
it's gonna get explored at some point, but not yet. But I like that he went through a character arc where if we look at him in the oh god, what was that stupid game with the doors?
The untrustworthy room.
Untrustworthy room, yeah. If we look at him there, he was like all sanctimonious, saying to Lurker, "Yeah, I forgive you. Yeah, we have to be better people. This,
Hmm.
that." And that was just from Nia, right? And obviously he was cool with Nia, but he just met Nia. Once we get to an actual death, aka Arc Raptor and Prince and stuff, then we see like what happens to him. That's the thing that changed him,
Hmm.
right? That made him serious.
Yeah, for sure. And Nia was
Yeah,
definitely an impact as well. But yeah, he's just he cares a lot, and he's so weak that he often can't do much about it, but he tries his best. You know what I mean? And that means putting his body at risk and everything. Like Wangnan is the most beat up character here, but he is like
I
he
wouldn't
thugs it out.
I wouldn't say
But one
that.
of the most.
Yeah, okay, yeah,
Like
that
he
shit.
takes a beating a lot
He just
for his
doesn't
friends.
die.
Yeah.
So the biggest thing is too, I really think he's almost like Gone. Like how Gone the whole series is
Yeah.
like cool from like Hunter x Hunter, and then the one arc, the Chimera Ant, he switches up. I feel like
Yeah.
that's kind of what happens to Wong. He's this like happy-go-lucky guy. He's like weak, but he's hopeful.
Hmm.
He's like, oh yeah, friendship. Oh, I'm gonna change the tower for the better. I'm happy. Everything's good. Maybe he's not happy all the time, but after the fucking like white incident, he switched up. He's like he just became depressed and angry. Like
Hmm.
I love seeing the change. Obviously, I think he came back from it a little bit, but he's never the same. Like he's not the
Yeah.
same Wong Nan, and I like that. I like seeing the change in him.
Yeah. He's awesome. Big fan of Wangnan.
Mr. Chang.
Hmm.
I want to put him at the bottom of AOK,
Uh-huh.
and he's
I was thinking Jobber. I
I,
feel really bad to do this too,
that's
but
why.
they
That's
did him
why.
so dirty.
I know, but until they did that, he was cool. I would say he
Yeah.
was cool. That's the only
He,
thing saving him. He had some good points before he got jobbed.
yeah. He played a fun role where he was kind of like a villain, but also like willing to help the main cast at times as well.
Yeah, half and half.
With him and Quattro as well.
Yeah. I think it's just so tragic. They just said, "Oh yeah, by the way, he's like sort of beastkin," and then just kill him. That's it. Although
Yeah.
they said that isn't there like teasers and stuff like he might not be dead still?
Yeah, but I feel like it's a little like there's some copium in there for sure. But
It's
it's
potential.
technically possible. Yeah. It
Okay.
has to do with the grammar thing where it's like or something to do with like Doom saying that he spoke to someone before
Hmm.
like something and it described Chang, but Chang was already dead by that time. It's I don't know. It's
It's a
strange. It
reach.
could have just been a mistake
O-
by SIU too, because a lot of moving parts during that arc. So
Okay. So I think he
hard to say.
belongs. Yeah, I think he belongs at the bottom of okay.
Yeah, it's fine. I won't protest.
Okay, cool. Next, Hockney.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Okay. This one's tough because he was very cool when he came out, and
Mm-hmm.
he has relevance. He's like almost a middle ground between like Yura and Endorsi to me. Like he's relevant. He becomes only relevant for one thing after a certain point. The thing is pretty
Mm-hmm.
important, but he had a really good arc. I would dare say I would put him like I don't know if I should put him above Goseng or around here. I think he's below. I don't know. I don't know where I want to put him. I think
Yeah.
definitely above Yura at least, at the very least.
He kind of falls for the Kaiser thing where he overstays his welcome after his arc and ends up being like less important and kind of like changes a
I think
lot
he's more
and like
important than
they kind of like
Kaiser
nerf
though.
him. I think so, and I think a reason for that is because
The
unlike
eyes.
Kaiser, he actually stays a little bit longer. But yeah, the eyes, but also he stays like he stays important for longer than Kaiser. Whereas a Kaiser, very important. Then there's nothing. Then she reappears and she
Kind of still
basically does
does
nothing for
nothing.
the whole
Yeah.
time. Yeah,
Yeah.
like for Hockney, it's kind of like a progressive slide down, so it's not as bad or it
It's not
doesn't
like
feel
a
as bad.
it's not a nosedive.
Yeah, he's always like a certain character. Like he always has like a certain presence, which is decent, even among like the rankers and stuff with like his eyes and that certain ability. He kind of takes whole like full control during the Cat Tower with Rack and um
He had his
and
time in the
Kaiser.
sun. Yeah, with the crab.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like he kind of runs that game with the assistance of Kuhn doing like the planning and stuff like that. Like they couldn't have done it without him. He assisted with Evankel almost getting sniped by
Oh
Lafave with his
yeah.
eyes. He saved Evankel. So
Yeah.
he has his moments, but he really is just a very big support character, and maybe that's okay because he is a scout, and I guess that kind of fits his role.
Mm-hmm.
But his story arc's very interesting, though. Having the ruler of the Floor of Death's eyes that were bestowed
The
to him after they
side,
were
the
plucked
jaw,
out
whatever.
by
Yeah.
Telejo.
Yeah, and that's all connected to fucking Enryu at the end of the day.
Yeah, so he has a lot of interesting potential. Yeah, maybe the more I talk about them, the more I feel like he's better. Maybe I'd say top like or maybe higher AOK tier. You know what I mean? Like maybe in between Kun and yes, she has
That's what I
somewhere
was
around there.
thinking too. Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
Hmm.
All right. Um, this isn't
I.
solo. Okay.
Hmm.
Very small time in the story. I'm almost tempted to put her in Red Dump Resident, but I would put her in bottom of Jobber. Maybe above
Uh,
Vespa. Maybe.
I don't think she can go above Vespa, other than like looks, I guess. Vespa
That's
plays
what's
more
doing it
time
for
in the
me.
story.
That's
Okay,
honestly what's doing
that's
it for
fine.
me.
I mean, she is a very rare, like one of the few red witches that we ever see in the story. That's got to be worth something,
I think
right?
she's kind of nice. I think she's cool,
She is
right?
very nice. She knows Huaryun, so that could be some future
Huarun
story
respects
potential.
her. Yeah, I
Exactly.
highly doubt she'll ever come back in the story. I
Yeah, me
hope I'm
neither.
wrong, but I highly doubt it.
But you know, you can hope.
Yeah, I would say
All
here.
right. Yeah,
I'm
I'm
not
fine with that.
attached. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Big fucking guy here. Big
And
fucking
Ryu.
guy. Almost
Mm-hmm.
nothing.
Hard
Almost
to rank
nothing.
him, right?
Yeah, almost nothing. My personal bias is here. My
Mm-hmm.
big personal bias, because what's pushing him greatly, and this is gonna be no surprise to anyone. He is beyond strength. Like people argue often. Okay, Uruk versus Jihad. Oh, maybe Jihad can do it. I say Urek personally, right? There's no argument when it comes to him. He
Mm-hmm.
clowned an administrator. He
Yep. The
clowned an
creator of the
administrator.
thorn.
Yes, and we know how relevant that is. I would dare
Mm-hmm.
say, and again, this is where it's so hard because there's almost nothing. And this is where even if they show him, maybe they might ruin him by showing him, right? Maybe they'll do him wrong. But I
Mm-hmm.
think there's so much aura around him, despite being said almost like not at all. His strength and his presence and his influence weighs out so much of the fact that he's just not in the story, like beyond like a smidge. I still
Mm-hmm.
would honestly put him in glazed here.
Yeah, no, I agree. He's definitely one of those characters that's like if you ever want to talk about like power and Tower of God, like he's on that list. He's just like this dude's so OP. Like, he's a good conversation starter. He makes a huge impact. We have just enough of the story to like, to feel his presence, I guess you could say. Like we have the amazing feat of him being the only person who's ever killed an administrator, which is
Yeah.
just insane up to where we are in the story. He's very mysterious. Yeah,
And
I
he
think it
did it
fits.
in protest too. He was
Yeah,
not happy and he made that
it,
known.
it wasn't even a fight either. Like it was a fight, but like he didn't even struggle. It seems like the stories made it seem like it was so easy. People gained abilities in his presence.
Being
The
near it, yeah.
eyes,
Being near it.
Hockney's eyes are the result of just Enryu's presence.
Yeah, and you
So he
being
is
near
a
disarmed the jaw.
godlike being.
Like he's just like heavy, heavy glaze. Heavy
Yeah.
glaze. I'm just struggling to see if I would put him above white, but I don't think so. I think white
Yeah,
takes the cake.
just a lack of knowledge. Like at the very least, he makes it to the tier where he goes. It's like that's where like the amount that we know kind of
Yeah, it
it
limits
trumps
it.
for him. Yeah,
Yeah.
but he's earned his rank there.
Old man. Old
Karaka
man who enjoys the news.
loves the news. Yeah,
I dare
I
say
like Karaka. Great.
I'll put him right here.
I think so.
Wangnan, I think, is. I don't know actually. Who do you like more, Wangnan or Karaka? I actually like Karaka more
Um,
now.
I think I do too, just because he also spends some time in season 3, whereas Wangnan's kind of silent post, I guess Hidden Floor. I guess when he ditches bombing them to like reunite his team. Not really ditching, but like he leaves essentially.
Yeah,
But Wangnan has a lot of potential. We just haven't seen it yet. So up until this point, I guess technically Karaka would be like the more interesting character, maybe just over the long term, like over what we have right now.
yeah.
I don't know. It's really up to like vibes, really.
I
You
think
you could go either or.
I think the sad part is too, Karaka stays in the story a lot, and he kind of becomes, I don't want to say irrelevant, but he kind of just becomes a little boring, right? When he
Hmm.
fought Yuri, Yuri said, okay, this guy has potential. He's scary. He could be a problem. We saw in Hell Train he actually cared for his subordinates. He has these really cool powers. He's a little bit of an annoying issue. But then
Hmm.
eventually, even though he switches sides, I think he goes through a little bit of character development. He's not as much of an asshole as I thought he was, right? And there's still a lot of
Hmm.
mystery around him too. It's just he kind of doesn't get utilized. I think it's this common theme of he's there. I just wish he was used and had the spotlight on him a little bit more rather than just being there as a fighter. Like he's there as like
Yeah.
kind of a support auxiliary character with
Kind of fitting that
potential.
he's next to
Wong Na.
Wangnan too, because
Yeah.
they both have the ring as well,
Yo.
which is like key to their future relevance in the story. So they both have that sort of potential. But I feel like Wangnan has it more for some reason. There's just something about it, right? Like
Yeah.
he's kind of like the chosen one. It feels like.
Yeah. It's sad too because I really want to put him above Wong Na, but we'll leave it for that.
Hmm.
Okay. Another
Mazuno.
huge fucking pick. Huge. And I said this too. I'm like,
Hmm.
oh, we can't do the women until we finish Shrek, which we haven't even started yet. But I mean, listen, even though he's not a main character, we do see a lot of him, and
Hmm.
I'm gonna be honest, I would dare say I put him like this is so hard. This is
He's very
honestly so
similar to
hard.
Enryu, but like we get to see
We
him in
we see a
action.
lot more. Like I think
Hmm.
there's
But
three times.
some of that is kind of like a problem too because he kind of gets used as like development for
Yeah, to
the
set up
leader
new
of Bug.
characters, yeah, like
Yeah, Luzlek.
Luzlek, yeah.
He kind of just sits around and like lets people get away with a lot of stuff that he could easily like smoke. Like Luzlek, he could have like obliterated him.
The
Like
sad
every time Luzik was attacking, he was just tearing his abilities to shreds
the
and not
sad
really getting too injured.
Yeah, the sad part is too, Urek is kind of, and I don't know if this is just a failure of writing or not, but Urek is always his worst enemy. Like, he always
Mm-hmm.
holds back, which, is fair, fine, right? But he always says, oh, I don't think I could do this. Oh, this might be hard for me. Oh, this, that. And
Mm-hmm.
most of the time it's false. It's literally just false. Like, either Urek doesn't know his own power or he's just lying to himself and us. Like,
Yeah.
it's just ridiculous. But do I like him more than White? I love him, but no, White is just that good. I'm pretty
Yeah.
content with him here.
I agree.
Perfect. Ooh, Arc
Arc Raptor.
Raptor. Lots of
Java.
potential. Oh, come on, man.
I'm just messing.
I was gonna say lots of potential. Obviously cut short, but he was basically the dad of the group. He had a cool backstory.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, his daughter is still running around. I think with Fug. I think with
Mm-hmm.
potentially Ghost, but the biggest tragedy is he just got cut short. But I think he would have suffered from what all the other characters in season 2 and kind of season 1 suffer from. He just wouldn't have
Mm-hmm.
scaled. But I think he was a cool
Yeah.
character. A little boring though. But
He kind of, yeah, his death was kind of like a good thing in that respect because like he didn't get the slow, painful death of like being outscaled.
I don't know if I want to put
He
him
has his
above
moments too.
Jaja.
I really like him being like the protector of Wang Nan's team because at the time Wang Nan's team is very weak, so he
He
kind of
was
serves that
strong.
role as like a particularly strong person in the team.
Yeah,
Like him and Horiang are like the big boys of the team.
they peaked early.
Mm-hmm. But they served their purpose. It was good. They gave them some muscle, but not too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, he's cool. I like
I'm not
I
adding
like
more
Arc
things to the
Raptor.
screen A1. You're crazy. We have enough already.
Yeah, I had to push to get all this stuff here.
Yeah, it's more than we're used to.
This is
So,
my idea.
yeah,
I take full credit.
there you go. You know who to complain to if you don't like
For
it.
better or for worse,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, I don't know if I want to put him above Jaja. What do you think? Do you even
Um,
agree with him above Gosang?
I think above Jaja is okay actually.
Okay, I would kind of agree. I think he was
But I think
very
that's as far as
influential.
he goes.
I agree too.
hmm
Oh, Beta.
Beta.
This is a hard one.
Yeah,
I
it feels
wanna
really bad.
I wanna put him in Jobber. I
He
really
gets
do. He becomes like it's sad too because his arc is pretty good in the manhwa, not in the anime. In the
hmm
manhwa, it's pretty good. I like his concept. I like what he stands for, but he obviously does a 180. He gets Bomb no Jutsu'd. But
hmm
man, does he just become a pile of shit, irrelevant nothingness. Like, I
Yep.
don't even know where he is. He has no relevance whatsoever. In fact, he became disrespected by becoming a literal tool just for Kun to use Enakor. That's his whole
hmm
role at a certain point. Like, we'd like to joke and say Endorsi's the taxi, and maybe she is, right? For some points. This guy is literally only a battery. He's only a battery. Like,
And they don't even have the effort to show him on screen.
he's
Like
a
he's just there
He's a
in
ram
the
stick.
lighthouse.
He's a fucking
Yeah.
ram stick, bruh. Like, I hate him not because of him, but because of the writing.
Yeah, I agree.
I want to put him in Jobber
I think Jobber is correct.
below Vespa because
Maybe
he
above
was cool. Yeah,
Vespa.
I think he was
Because
cool.
they both peak in the same arc.
Above
Or they're
I,
both like same arc and I would say above I as well too.
I was
Unless
thinking
you
that
want to
too.
say I's looks are
Not above
because I doesn't
Joker.
really have anything going on.
Yeah, the looks aren't that much. She's all right.
Yeah, she's just a little guide to the floor death. That's all.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, we have a lot to go. Holy shit.
We might need to do a part two.
Maybe we'll see. So, is this Kasano?
Kasana.
Okay,
Yeah,
I was
because he has the
confused.
double arms. This is when he steals Horiang's
Oh yeah, his devil.
side as well.
I actually think, and it's weird because I don't love Kasano, but he has a very important thing in the story, and I think he's utilized very well. It's just I don't personally really care for him. Not that I hate
Yeah, me
him.
neither. I don't like Kasana that much.
I don't hate him. I don't like him. I think he's whatever. I just don't think he's cool. He's like whatever to me. I would honestly
Yeah,
put him like in okay tier, I guess, because he has relevance. He has great relevance in the story.
Yeah.
especially with like his goal. I think he was trying to like get Emily. Is he still with the Rachel team or
He
no?
feels a bit delusional though. Like I don't really understand his main goal or
I feel like he
whatever.
hasn't done anything. Well, he wants to just
Yeah.
stop what happened to him from happening to more people. He wants to, I think, quote unquote, change the ways of the
Yeah,
tower.
maybe
But
he's like going against the workshop in particular is like his goal.
I think we just don't know because we just don't see it enough. They don't push it
Yeah,
enough. I
I
think,
don't know.
hmm,
Hard to say. But I really never really cared about him as a character
me neither.
that much. So I think A-OK is like as high as he goes, but like where I don't know. Maybe
I,
above Muntari.
ah,
Just because
he,
he's more important. Like Muntari's excellent as like a side character, but like because Kasana's like more important just on base. Even though
ye-
he's like not as strong, I think he just goes above.
yeah, I would agree. I would agree. I mean, he's also
Yeah.
going to scale past Muntari because Muntari's dead, but
Mm-hmm.
El Joe.
Hell Joe is, I think, easy grade tier.
Yeah, for sure. At least great
Mm-hmm.
tier. At least. Now the question is, does he go any higher?
I don't know.
He's a
That's hard to
great
say.
villain. I think he's a great villain. Number one, I think that's the first time, and I said this too, where we started
Mm-hmm.
getting grotesque horror in like the tower. Like I
Yeah,
was
he's so
waiting.
unique.
Yeah, he's like a fly thing. He's a part of the administrator baby thing.
And no one's really like him. Like he starts as like a nothing. He gets the freaking Thriacy from Urek and just
From
turns things
Eric of
around.
all people, yeah.
He basically leads a revolution here, and he's kind of like he has the best of intentions, but he just does it in a bad way.
I think it's because he got wrong. Then also he just doesn't know what he's
Yeah.
doing. Like he's just a normal
Mm-hmm.
dude. You give a normal dude power, they're not gonna know what to do that's right most of the time.
Yep.
He's a good
Yeah.
character. I really, really
He's
like Hell
great.
Joe. Like,
I'm trying to push him higher. I feel like maybe low glaze tier might be good because he really like in the time that he's there, he really earns his stripes. And his ending is so sad too, like how he ends up losing all of his memories at the end. It's
yeah.
it's like it really pulls at the heartstrings. It's like well, it's all over now. He's just back to being a normal person, and that was what he feared too. He's like, I don't want to go back to being like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, oh my god. And he was friends with Eric too. Him and Eric would
He
just
was,
chill.
yeah. I
Oh,
want to
it's
raise him
hard.
higher.
I do too.
He's so
Honestly,
good.
oh my god, like if we had a separate villains tier, like I would
A
definitely
lot
put
of
him
people's
high.
favorite arc, the Floor of Death.
I
A huge
honestly,
arc, one of the biggest arcs too
I would
in terms of lore.
I would put him like maybe here. I think he was done just so
Higher,
extremely well. I don't know about higher. I don't. You think so? I don't know.
above the taxi.
Honestly,
Yes,
yeah,
he's
yeah,
done so well
yeah.
because
I keep
where
thinking about it.
because
Yeah,
what does Heljo do bad? You know what I mean? Like he obviously he's not
nothing.
in the story forever, but like he doesn't really do anything bad. He's always good, like
It
on
takes
screen.
him maybe a little bit for him to ramp up, but like even
Hmm.
then, that's like a reach. I'm saying that.
He's the main villain at a time where we literally have Uruk in the story. Like
Yeah,
it's great. Obviously, Uruk's not gonna like beat the crap out of him, but it's just interesting that he's like he gets to play that role as well.
and Eric even said, "Yeah, I don't know if even I could beat him." Meanwhile, he's like
Yeah.
capping himself by like ninety
Hmm.
percent and everything.
Yeah. He plays a very important role in a
Unable
very important place.
unable to use Shinsu, capping himself by 90%. Yeah, I don't think I could handle that. And then
Yeah, no,
proceeds
he's
to
too strong.
death grip the fucking Thryosi and
Hmm.
choke it out.
It's like begging for air.
It can't breathe.
It's like, bro, please. It goes into hiding and it hides in bomb
Yeah, it literally
after the
went into
fact.
bomb to just run from Urek. That was the whole reason.
Hmm.
I think this is not, yeah, this is good. Ooh, here's a good one too. Run. I would put Ren in great,
I
personally.
love Ren. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he goes too high on grade, especially compared to the other
Hmm.
people here. But she is definitely at the very least the low end of great for sure.
Yeah.
Great
He does a
villain.
really good job. Hmm.
Like they come
He's like
back in the
mid tier.
story. Yep, they come back. They like are cocky. They're great character development for Bomb. They're hot as hell too. They have a
Hmm.
great gimmick and dynamic and story
Yep.
with like their whole bug
Very
shit.
interesting.
Like
Hmm.
this is the baseline I think for what a great character should be. At the very least, they have to be Renner better
Hmm. Yeah.
in terms of how we feel
They made
about
the
them.
fight scene very interesting. How like he had a gimmick to his
He
ability,
sucked
whereas
them.
like, yeah, it wasn't just like I'm stronger than you.
Yes, yeah,
Hmm.
absolutely.
And his season 1 appearance was excellent too, getting fighting Yuri, and just
Stomped out.
how crazy he was, like how he gets very excited to see strong
Well, it
people.
was she at that
Even though
point,
he
I
knows
think,
he's gonna
right?
lose. Oh yeah, I forget. It's yeah.
I think the entire time it was a she.
It probably was, yeah.
Yeah. And then she just
Hmm.
starts. It's crazy to think she's the sick one. Like, obviously the boy is
Hmm.
probably crazy too, but like the
Well,
fight.
it's weird because they're the same person? Question mark. You know what I mean?
It,
It's like they're two people, but they're also the same person.
yeah. What was the female one's name too? She had a different name, I think. It
Like
wasn't Ren, was
Rin
it?
or something like that. Rin and Ren. I don't know.
Ah, yeah, whatever. But she was very good. Very, very good.
Yeah.
All right. Mr.
Love.
Love Disc, the chicken
I like
lover.
love.
I like him too. I don't think he's great. I think he's
Yeah.
like a
Hmm.
better Kasano where it's like I like that he's there. He's like Kasano if I liked Kasano where he's relatively there. I think he doesn't really want to do anything. He does have a story there, right? He's trying to like figure out what happened
Hmm.
to his parents and stuff. So he does have future potential. But
Hmm.
I think the story just is scaling kind of past him, and especially now, like, what is he even gonna do? It'd be cool to
Yeah.
see him, but I wouldn't be like happy or like excited, like, oh, whoa, Ren's gonna fuck shit up, or not Ren, sorry,
Right.
Love, like, oh, Love's
Yeah,
gonna
like when
fuck
he
shit up.
came back for the wall fight or like the sieging of the wall or whatever, I was excited to see him, which made me kind of happy. And I think it kind of proves that like he's an interesting enough character to like matter in the story. Like he's someone that I like I remembered, I guess.
Yeah, I think he blew his load though. I wouldn't
Yeah.
mind seeing him again, but I wouldn't be excited anymore.
He's in season 2 for sure. He
Y-
he was aura farming with that pose. Like look at the image right there, like that
yup,
pose
that
where he
shit
has
was
like the gloves
crazy.
next to him too.
Uh huh.
That was aura farming right there. I can't believe they missed that in the anime. They missed a lot of that scene. That scene was so butchered. Like I
Absolutely.
just wanted to end it when it was going in the anime. I just wanted to skip it.
Wow.
But this is one of my favorite parts, the untrustworthy room, the fight between them. And it had a nice fight scene too, which is pretty rare for Tog. Like Tog's fight scenes are usually explosions, but this one actually had like some back and forth to it, which could have been animated excellently, but of course it didn't. So
Yeah. So the
yeah.
question is, where? I think at
I think
least
where he
above.
is right now
You
is
think
good.
so? I
Yeah.
agree. I would
Maybe
agree.
above the fish. I don't know. Whatever you
I feel
maybe
like we're
not
kind of
above the fish.
devaluing the sweet fish, but you know what?
Yeah, no, let's leave. No, okay, well,
What do you?
whatever.
I don't know. I don't
I
know.
don't care. It doesn't
Um,
matter to me.
I like the
The
sweet
sweet
fish
fish is the
more.
barrier to good tier. He's the
He's the protector.
yeah, he's the guardian.
Okay. Ooh, little boy prince.
Friends.
So personally, I like him more than Arc Raptor. He has to be above
Mhm.
Arc Raptor to me. For
I really like
differing
how he grew
Yeah, for
as a
differing
character.
reasons. I don't think he's necessarily strong. Well, he proved he was stronger than Arc Raptor in the very beginning. I don't know if that stayed
Mhm.
constant, but I just love his interactions with Missing. I think he definitely
Mhm.
grew as a character. I just like him more. Honestly, I just like him more for those reasons. I think he
I'm with
goes
it.
at least above Arc Raptor. I don't know if I'd
Fair.
put him above. I would put him above Hockney. I like him more than Hockney.
Okay, yeah, I think it's fair.
I think Kun should stay above him though. Repelitza. Hmm. In terms of villains, I think he had an important role. I really liked his backstory because it gave us a lot of context with princesses very early
Mhm.
on. I think it's really sad he got cucked. Um, the sad part is he could very much go down just because of the anime, honestly, because they did him pretty bad and pretty stupidly.
Mhm.
But excluding the anime, I think he's done pretty well. He's pretty cool. The sad part is it's kind of like a crocodile effect. He was shown so early. Like,
Mm.
I think if he was shown later on too, he would have been cooler if he'd like held the same like relevance and aura that he had.
Yeah, I like
Um,
the beginning. I didn't like the ending when we actually got to fight him, if that makes any
really?
sense. Like I like the potential of what he was. I wasn't a huge fan of the fight, even in the manhwa. Like it was
Wow.
nice to see Bomb and everyone work together, but that was about it. Like I wasn't too interested in him being the villain, just more so Bomb and everyone working together.
I would say I'm a little different. I did like it. I thought
Okay,
he was cool. I would put him in the AOK tier. I don't know how
okay.
high.
I think above Kasano for sure,
Okay, yeah, I
but
could deal with
further
that.
than Yura, I don't know.
Nah, I don't think further. Nah. I think Yura's story's better. I like Yura more.
Mhm.
But I think he's right below her. I think that's fine.
Okay.
Next, We're gonna
We have
skip.
both the twins.
Yeah, I think
You could
we.
skip it. Yeah, I think we have separate ones of them later.
Yeah, I'm trying to like scan
I
through
can
here.
see Lilial and
Yeah, I
I
see
see
it right
Show.
there.
Yeah,
Okay,
they're there.
perfect. So we'll skip them there. That's another picture of Urek. We'll skip that. I think we have
Ray
better
Han,
pictures of Han. Oh, well, there's one right here, but I think we have
we can
one
skip.
right down here
Yeah,
somewhere.
I see it.
Where is it?
You're right on it.
Oh yeah, there he is. Okay, let's do Han.
Okay.
Okay. This is gonna highly betray what my tier list said because it was only looking at the family heads. But I would honestly put Han in good tier. I would even dare say around maybe above Albelda. I don't know if I want to
Mm.
put him above Kaiser.
Yeah, I like Han. He's just there just isn't enough of him,
That's the main,
unfortunately.
yeah, that's the main weakness. And the one time we see him, he does what White has done a million times. He swipes in
Mhm.
front of him and it hits behind him. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it was kind of nice to see that he cared. Like he was sad that what's her face never said bye. Like that's why he was waiting outside and
Yeah,
she never showed.
I thought he was more of a loner and a hard ass, but he actually surprised me with having
He has like a
emotions.
heart. Hmm.
Yeah, I was very surprised by that. But I think him us seeing him kind of degraded it because he had a lot of mystery to him. And once we saw him, it kind of got more solidified, kind of how he is, but very much not so. But the mysticism left a little bit once we saw him,
Hmm.
especially with him
Well,
having a heart. I thought he was an asshole. I thought he was gonna be like White, but to the extreme. He was more just
yeah,
kind of like quiet and like focused and
it could
serious.
still be there because he might have an issue like the data floor where it's like the time that we saw him might be when he was more rational, but a lot of time has passed since like the version of him that we saw and the version that White knows. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, for sure.
because they feel like two different people based off how White explains it. So
White is
in the
also crazy
flashbacks that we
though.
saw. Well, I mean, those flashbacks were like it's like we were there with White. It wasn't like his perspective or anything,
I guess I'm kind of remembering just how White kind of
and
like
like it made
abused
him
his
look pretty
dad.
evil.
Huh,
Yeah, no, I guess so,
I
but
guess. So what would you
yeah, not enough
say?
info. I don't know. I'm okay with the way it is. I'm kind of indifferent as to where to put him. It just
Okay.
feels like he could move anywhere with more information.
Yeah. Okay. I'm all right with this. Then we have Gucci fucking Gusting. We have a couple pictures of
Hmm.
Gusting too. I'm trying to think. Do we have any better ones?
That one's okay right there, like
Yeah.
a season 3 art.
We'll use this one. Gusting has to be at least great. At least
I think so.
above
Hmm.
Ren for sure. I ah. Okay, this is where I'm gonna struggle. How high up can he go? Does he go to Glaze? I think he lost a lot of aura from the Traumarai fight.
Mm.
Like that heavily influences my decision here because
I would just put him above Ren.
above damn below Karaka though, I think he's cool enough most of the time to I think be above Karaka.
Well, we don't see him enough. I don't
We
know.
do see him a lot.
Mm, like compared to Karaka, though.
Yeah, but he's a family head. Like he's the first family head we saw. We saw him in the fucking floor of death. He's the whole reason they went to the data floor. He was all
Hmm.
around the fucking like
That's a good point, actually. Maybe, yeah, yeah. He is the whole reason. Like he kind of does watch the whole group in the shadows,
he's
and he's
around a
essentially
lot.
the only one leading the whole revolution against his own family heads, which is kind of like it takes balls, right?
Yeah, we see him a
Like
lot too. Floor of
it's a
death as
very
well.
very brave person.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, no, I guess it's good.
bro,
Yeah, we can put
I
him a little
kind of
higher.
want to put him higher. I don't know.
I don't know if he beats Joe though.
That's the big
I like
question.
Joe too much to put him above. And then
Like,
Endor, I don't know either, but I'm okay with putting him above Endor. But like, I don't know if that makes sense. Really, it feels
I like him.
unfair.
I like him more than
Okay,
Endor, I think. Even
okay,
though they mucked
well,
up the end a little bit with, him just
hmm
constantly getting like dogged by Traumarai, even though he's the aggressor. Aside from that, I think every other instance is cool. Remember that line he fucking dropped on Bomb too? He like insulted his mother, and then he just started
hmm
burning Bomb. Like this guy doesn't give a fuck. And then remember what he did with fucking with Enkidu, and he was like, "Yeah, you won't kill me. You need me." And Augustine was like, "Really?" And then he just like was like, "Fuck it."
Mm-hmm. Like I'll figure it out somewhere else. Yeah.
Yeah, Gustang has a lot of aura. I think, and he has a
Mm.
lot of backstory too. We see he was one of the few family heads who felt for the people, and he has a lot of drama with fucking Blossom. I
Hmm.
I, I think he's
His daughter is one of our most anticipated characters.
oh, absolutely. It's so hard. I honestly, I almost want to put him above Helljo. Almost. I don't know. I'll leave it up to you.
Hmm.
Because
I'm
just
super biased. I want
just
to keep Hojo where he is, but I
pure
can see your argument
relevancy.
for it.
It's just like pure relevancy and everything. He had so much aura. He really did. He's the Gucci Gusting. He violated White. Like when
Hmm.
when White got the souls, he did so much. He honestly did the most out of any family head.
That's true. But he does have downsides where I feel like Hojo is just like good all the way through
Yeah, but
and
it's
doesn't really
short.
suffer from much of his downside. And it is short. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so maybe the screen time and how often Gustang is like, doing his thing might lend to him going higher.
I
I
think
think it's fine. You can put him higher. Maybe put him in glaze.
you think in
He
Glaze?
does get glazed, does he not? We've been glazing him through his
I
time
think
in the
yeah, but some of the
tower. We're
glaze
like,
is
oh shit.
unwarranted. I don't know. I like once we saw him fight. I think the fight was the worst part for me because his power doesn't make sense and it shouldn't have limits, but it does have limits. And
Yeah, it's a fight scene issue with Tog, like how Tog doesn't really understand how to do fights very well.
like I
It was
loved.
better on Traumarai's side,
I was
honestly,
gonna
because like the
say
whole
yeah,
rupture thing felt
that was
very
cool.
consistent.
That was cool, and that
Hmm.
was so simple and it was cool.
Yeah.
Gustang's power is like convoluted, complicated. On
Hmm.
paper, it should be more OP, but this guy was struggling with just dealing with fucking disconnect,
Yeah,
with
it felt
all this
like
bullshit.
filler.
Yeah.
But we haven't seen his Shinwan Ryu nor his like actual like his equivalent to rupture if he has one.
Which
He's
begs the
still hiding a
question:
lot of stuff.
why the fuck was he hiding it when Traumai was dog walking him?
Yeah.
Unless he couldn't use it because it was being used for the ship or something. But again, that's just speculation. But
Hmm.
I'm gonna go with a very strong above Helljo. I don't think
Okay.
he's I don't know.
Yeah, he hasn't blown his load yet. There's still more like for us to see with him as well. So there is potential for him to get better from where he is.
Yeah. And the only reason I'm saying this because I know who I'm gonna put above him. I know for sure who I'm gonna put above him.
Yeah, Traumarai.
Anyway, yo, no spoiling, man. No spoiling.
Okay.
Also, Auntie, you cannot be here. You have to leave. But it's good to see you.
I don't
So,
think we're gonna do this whole tier list at this rate.
I don't think so. Yeah,
How deep are we into this?
we're gonna have to split it up. Right now, we're
Time are
almost
we
2 hours.
2 hours. Okay. Oh, well, maybe we do one more and then see if like one
Okay,
more hour. I mean,
we'll
not one
see.
more person.
wait,
We'll go
what,
based off words.
wait. You said 1 more hour?
That's like one more hour maybe,
Okay, I'm fine with that.
or until we get super tired.
I mean,
It's
look,
going for a while.
listen.
This is pretty ambitious. I didn't realize how ambitious this would be, and we don't even have every character here.
Yeah,
Not even close.
but I will say, I mean, if until we get tired, it's until you get tired.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
So either way, going next, we have Mr. Rye himself, which I know we have a better picture. I see one right there. Is there a better
All the way at the
one?
bottom, bottom
Yes,
middle.
perfect. Okay. Trauma Rye.
Hmm.
Easy glaze. Just
Okay.
where now? I
Yeah.
think Yo Kim should be the gatekeeper.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
I honestly think I like Trauma Rye more than Yuri.
I'm okay with that as well.
I don't. Oh, okay, here's where it gets hard.
Hmm.
I don't know if I like him more than Enryu. I think from a purely power perspective, obviously I love Enryu more, but from an actual story perspective, with just like the back and forth and especially the big reveals to a Traumarai, even though I don't think
Hmm.
all of them land, I think some of them
Yep.
where he's like pretending to be Batman, he's like, yeah, I know everything. I pretend I don't, but I do. That doesn't really follow through a lot of the time.
He
Where it's
has some
like,
downfalls.
yeah,
Yeah, and also the always letting people get away with shit around him instead of just
yeah,
like
that's a
doing
big
something
one.
about it.
Even with all that, though, I think I would put him above Enryu for now, just because his story is so good. His story is
Hmm.
honestly so good. Like, man, that final interaction with him and Gustang, where he's just like getting emotional, and then like at the
Hmm.
end he's just like, "Yeah, I feel everything, and he's like, this is horrible, and then he just ends himself.
He
Oh
doesn't
my,
even say much. Yeah, it's like it's
yeah.
so quick.
He's just like, I don't like this. This is worse than anything. Fuck, I'm out. And Gusting just watched, man. That's his friend.
Hmm.
And the worst part is they had like sparks of their friendship still too. Like the story was like it made me sad. It really made me sad seeing him go.
Hmm.
Especially that now he was like free, he could feel again. He just needed to get over the initial bad feelings and maybe he would have been okay, but
Yeah.
obviously that's a lot for what, what he did, but
Yeah. The big reveal of him controlling Enkidu went crazy
that
too.
was huge.
To
Like,
kill
bruh.
Mizu.
Yeah,
That was
brutally too.
insane.
Like he's a good villain too. Like he's like half of the time a villain, half of the time not. He's like a lesser White to me. Because White is
Hmm.
like the villain who's like unpredictable. And I often said this with Traumarai too. Traumarai is very unpredictable. Just not as much as White. I feel like White is just actually I think
Hmm.
it's on the same
Trauma just
level.
has more power behind it. Trauma is
Yeah.
just a stronger person, or more dangerous in the sense that he could just like
End it.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like rupture, you're gone.
Yeah. I'm not placing him above Eric. I think this is perfect though for him. I think this is good.
Hmm. Yep, I'm okay with it.
Next, we have the
Jin Sung
old
Han.
man Jinsung. Definitely to me in great tier. His stocks have gone down over time,
Hmm.
but he had so much aura. He had so much glaze. He was so
Hmm.
cool for so fucking long. I would dare say for the majority, if not all of season two, he was great. Season
Yeah,
three,
he
he
held it.
started. Yeah, season three, he
Hmm.
started slipping, but he really started slipping, in my opinion, with Dumas. Like in Dumas, it was cooked, but it's
Yeah.
Dumas. It's fine.
And
Ain't no
even in
one.
his weaker power creep form, he's still pretty important. Like he is like still Bomb's like father figure in a way.
Yeah, he
Like they
maintain.
still
Like,
hang
he's like
out.
retired, but he's still like
Hmm.
an advisor almost. Even though he's still
Exactly.
stupid strong too. Like,
Hmm. Yeah, he still feels important, despite us knowing that like he is a lot outscaled by a lot of the people that we've seen.
but most everyone mostly is too. So we don't fault him too much. I'd put him confidently above Endor.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You could even argue above Helljo, but either or is fine with me, just
It's
because of how
hard.
long he's in the story.
It's so hard because Heljo was so perfect but so short.
Yeah.
It's really hard. Honestly, just because the stocks went down recently, I'm just putting below Heljo.
Hmm.
Heljo is like an untouched gem almost.
Yeah.
Miss Lizard. Little
Knock.
Miss Lizard. I love this picture, by the way, her with the crown.
Yeah.
Um, Anak suffers from a major thing, like we keep saying with the season one cast. No development, no progression. Great character though, but
Hmm.
especially with the interactions that she has with a certain someone we'll get to. But
Yeah.
her herself, wasted potential, kind of left to the side of the road to rot. Kind of just,
Yeah.
it is what it is. I still love her. I still like seeing her too, but she's never gonna hit the way she used to. And the peak, in my opinion, and it's sad this is the peak, but she really get after this, right? The peak was when like she was outside the hotel with like Repel Aletso, and they're like, "Yeah, Reflejo, we got a problem." He's like, "What is it?" And then they're like, Anak Jihad is just out there watching us," and then he's like, "Oh." Like he had to react to that. Like, oh shit, it's a knock jihad. Like
Hmm.
she was a
With the
force,
big
man.
ass spear.
Yeah, and she's just staring at them. She's waiting for the signal. Like, oh my god, she was
Hmm.
so cool. But she
Yeah, they
peaked too
basically had
early.
them trapped. They could not leave with the knock, like
Right
watching.
there, yeah, they were
Hmm.
scared. They were like, "Oh, they're on alert now." Like that was so
Hmm.
good. But again, after that, what even happened? I mean, there was the name hunt station where she had like some contact with Shibisu, where she like murked some of the guards. But that's it.
Yeah, that was very small. Yeah, that was probably the last we see of her. She basically just disappears off the face of the earth for like no reason. She
Yeah.
had potential to enter the marriage arc, but Endorsi ends up going by herself.
Yeah, and I think she did. She want to? I don't remember.
I don't think she wanted to, but like it would have made sense if she joined Endorsi. But at the same
Oh,
time, it's okay if she didn't because I'm a little concerned that if she did join, she would have felt like a little odd one out. You know what I mean? Because she's obviously not really a candidate for bomb, so
I
it definitely makes sense.
I disagree. I mean, I agree with that. I don't disagree with you with what you're saying.
Uh huh.
I think, and it's oddly enough too. I think she's the most normal with Bomb. Like she just has like an
Yeah.
amicable relationship. That's it. It's just
Hmm.
like chill. like, hey, we're friends, I guess. We don't love each other.
I
You
would
know,
like to see them interact more, though. That would be interesting,
I feel like it's whatever. Like their
especially
interactions.
after their awkwardness in season one.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, with how she was treating him, absolutely. But
Yeah, I know they're past it, but we haven't seen them ever like talk about it. You know,
yeah, it's so weird. Like I feel like Anak doesn't care. But I'm like, obviously
she feels
she's
disconnected.
friends. Yeah, they're friends, but like they're friends in the lightest sense. But one of the things I wish was I wish she was in the marriage arc and the goon arc because just
Hmm.
imagine her arguing and potentially fighting with Lilial. That would have been
Mm,
funny. That would have
yeah,
been so good because they're both like angry. Like Anak does not take shit. Because like
yeah.
the best interactions were her with Ran. Like her and Ran, they just fucking talk shit to each other.
I think it's
God,
fitting
man.
too because Lilial and Chilio have kind of like a high thought of like what a princess should be because they look on Endorsi for not being a 10 family head. So imagine how they look down on Anak being like, essentially a daughter
Yeah, and
of one
Anak
of
would
the
rub it in their faces too if she ever gets the
hmm
upper hand. She would like spit on them and be like, "Yeah,
yeah.
how does
So they
it
could have a
feel getting
similar
beaten
thing.
by me?" Like she's a little asshole. Anak is like low key kind of scary sometimes. If she had power, I'd be a little scared. But again,
Yeah.
just peaked too early, not enough attention.
Love her interactions with Shibisu though in season one.
Absolutely,
They have like a
absolutely.
very tight relationship, her
Yep.
and Shibisu.
Also, your mic is fucking up a little bit.
Oh, maybe I'm not close enough to it. I like
No,
leaned back a little bit.
I mean it was like staticky. I mean it's fine now.
Oh, was it?
I think you
Oh,
fixed
okay.
it, whatever you did. But
Okay.
regardless, I would confidently put a knock above Hockney because
Okay.
I really like her. But what do you think? Do you agree or
I'm okay with it. Maybe above Prince for me too, but that's just
really
me.
you like her more than
Yeah,
Prince?
I do. Yeah, like it's like
Even more
season
than
one
him
versus
and
season
Missing
two.
Dancing?
I like her. Maybe I'm just an old school guy.
All right, you know what?
I
I
don't know.
mean,
She's a lot of fun in season one. All things considered, like she really does make a big impact in season one as a, like a
uh,
sort of like a villain character.
do you want to push this or because I'm still struggling? I don't know.
I'm fine with the way it is. I won't push,
Okay, so we'll leave it there.
but just my opinion.
Okay, noted. Oh, and look who's right after.
Shibisu,
The what is his fucking moves names? The killer moves.
the deadly arts or something like that,
Yeah,
or like
some
the killer
bullshit.
arts.
He is the definition of the normal guy. Like in my opinion, he's like the better coon. Personally, I think he's the
Hmm.
better coon. He's the coon who's unpowered but actually gets more shit done
Hmm. Yeah.
somehow. I would dare put him
Yeah.
up here. Honestly,
Yep.
you agree?
I loved him in season one. He's huge in season one. Season two,
I'd say
a
he's pretty
little
good.
less, but I do like that he gets his own team and he leads the team, which is super interesting that they even allow him to do
Like,
that.
him of
But
all
he
people too.
like they make fun of Shibisu and stuff like that, but he does get respect one way or another. Like even though he gets clowned on, he is respected amongst his team members as a leader,
And
and
he
they do
earns
listen
it.
to
He earns
him.
it
Hmm.
too. It's not like it's just
Exactly.
unfounded. I
It's not
mean,
for nothing.
yeah, even in what was it, the name hunt station, he was fighting them, I think, right?
Yeah.
And then he was doing pretty good there. I forgot what else he did, but he also helped them with the wall somehow too. He was fighting at the wall, I think, or was
Yeah.
it? No, no, it
And,
was
oh, and
them
at the
getting
end of
into
the
the nest.
fighting, too. Remember they were fighting with the name hunt station too. He actually ends up switching sides early, and he's like, "Don't worry about him. I'm not here to stop you." And he ends up like assisting them
Yeah, yeah,
to get to Kaiser. It's pretty
yep.
cool. Like Shibisu's just like he's a smart dude. I love it. He speaks to Kun like they're equals, which is very cool because Kun is always like high and mighty and whatever, and Shibisu looks like just some normal dude. But
He's earned it.
like even Kun respects this guy knows his shit. Like he can plan.
I really like Shibisu. I'm almost
Hmm.
tempted to put him in good tier, but he's just not strong enough, man. I'm sorry.
I would, but.
You would?
Hmm.
All right,
I
that's all I
would
need to
argue
hear.
above Albelda.
Oh, okay, wait a minute.
Hmm. He's good. I like Shibisu a lot.
I'll put him below Albelda. I'll,
Okay.
I'll meet you halfway. I think he's definitely above AOK tier, though. All right, Ran.
Ran.
Rise and Run and Ran.
Pretty short-lived character, but
I would say he
basically
has
our
his moments.
powerhouse.
Yeah, he has his
Hmm.
moments. Season 2, a lot of points. he is the powers. He falls off. I think he's never gonna really come back in the story like he was. Again, he peaked. He already peaked, but he was very cool. Barely any really character development, I would say though, which is a detriment because
He's pretty static, yeah.
why is he doing what he's doing? We don't know.
That's true. Yeah, we don't really get to hear much of like his motivation. Right? He just kind of
He's
gets
just
the
Coon's
job
little
done.
slave,
Yeah.
which I kind of like in an extent, right? Like he's really just Coon's homie, but it's like why?
Yeah.
He was trained by Mashini, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
which
Yep,
adds to
Mashni's
his
brother.
aura. Yeah, he gets angry. He gets into combat too. He's young. He's a little rambunctious. He has great fights too. He's very strong, which helps him a lot in my eyes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his fight scenes are good for, Tog standards not being particular on fight scenes, but his are good.
I would say, I'm gonna say at least AOK tier, maybe above Hockney. I don't know if I like him more than Anak though. I don't know.
Mm.
Convince me.
Yeah,
What
I
do you
think I
think?
think it makes a lot of sense for him to be at least next to Anak. They kind of fit the same role where like they fell off around the same time, and they're both powerhouses
Yeah, I
for
think
that
Ran
time.
did more
Ran is a
though.
little longer, yeah,
Yeah,
because Ran is
honestly,
there at Name Hunt and he does a
yeah,
lot more in Name Hunt, whereas Anak really doesn't do much in Name Hunt.
yeah. I think because of that, we'll put him above Anak.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
All right. Oh, big one. Big
I
one
forgot to
here.
mention he fights Inieta, which was really cool too, but he needed help, so
Yeah,
minus aura.
yeah. So that's keeping him away from
He
the top
cheated
of
on
the
the
top.
1v1.
Yeah. Hansung.
Hansung, interesting.
Least
We're
great.
including his data form too, right? Because his
Yeah.
data form was a riot to have around. He was so
Yeah.
much fun.
I'm saying at least great tier.
I agree with that. I think
Above
he's excellent.
above Ren or no?
Yeah, he could be above Ren. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think
Above
that's fair.
Karaka.
I don't think so.
Me neither. Okay. Yeah, so, just for added context, this guy has a lot of future potential. He knows a lot more than we think, and he's
Mm-hmm.
connected a lot more than we even know. Is he one of the 10
Mm-hmm.
families? Heavily leaning towards it, not confirmed. He might have something to
Right.
do with dealing with blood
Blood
matters
matter.
problem, which makes,
Mm-hmm.
it begs the question, Traumarai took him. Traumarai's dead. What the fuck is going to happen to him?
Don't know. He
Like,
gets out.
yeah, is he still in Traumarai's care? Is he with the blood matter family right now?
I'm sure he escaped at some point.
Well,
Maybe Fug helped him get out.
maybe. Oh yeah, he is very connected to Evan Evankel, right?
True. Yeah,
Yeah,
Evangel, yeah.
I was thinking
But
of
even
Evan the
then,
guide.
maybe even just like Fug people in general.
Yeah, he's known as a genius, and I think it takes a while for them to kind of show that off. But once they do show
Mm-hmm.
it off, it's shown off pretty well, honestly.
Haracha, his fight with Haracha, he outsmarts,
Yeah, and he kind
which
of
is
like
pretty
hides.
interesting.
Yeah, he hides a lot of his cards, and there's still
Mm-hmm.
a lot he
Yep.
has yet to play. So I think he's a very good, great character, great
Plays a
potential.
huge role in season 1 as well, which
Oh
is
yeah,
something worth mentioning.
he's kind of like
Yeah.
Bomb's tormentor. He gave Bomb PTSD.
Mm-hmm. He runs all the games, yeah. He lets all the crazy shit happen in season 1. He lets Ren run amok in the test as well.
Purposefully too.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Very, very smart
And
man.
then also lets Yuri stop him. So it's like he set up the whole thing.
He got
Because
the
he's
problem
obviously
and the
not a fan of
solution.
Ren either.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But he can't touch Ren because he didn't want to get in the way of Jihad's forces. But Yuri pulls up. Yeah, go ahead. Deal with him. You can go.
It's like Jihad fighting Jihad. He likes that.
Like everything works out. He planned it out pretty well. So
Yeah.
yeah, Hansung's great.
Very smart guy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here's a big, big one. The
I think
big
we found our
tit.
guardian.
The guardian of what?
Of what tier? Maybe the great tier, since we have Yo Kim on Glaze. I don't know. And we have the fish on good. What are you thinking?
I'm trying to decide what Shinwei is
It
my
could be Glaze
favorite.
tier. Dude, the standoff with Kun is huge. It might
It's
even raise Kun's
legendary.
it might even
Aura.
bring Kun up as well, just for that moment that it reminded me. Just how he can't trust it.
He
And the
was
big breeder is like, come on, please do something. I'm
yeah,
trying to like get
even
this
the
thing
big
going.
breeder was telling him you gotta attack him, man.
Hmm.
And then Kun was being so stubborn. He's like, no, it's planning something. And
It's like question marks.
yeah, even the fucking big titted hen was confused. Even it didn't know what was
Yeah.
going on.
But he
And
didn't listen. It doesn't attack first.
yeah, that's the rule. It's like a hard rule. It does not attack first. It's just protecting its chicks, and it's so dumb and ugly looking.
Yeah, I love it.
Do we love it more than Gustang?
Yes.
More than Helja? I mean, if we love it more than Gustang, yeah, that's the end. Okay, yeah, I would put it at glazed here for sure.
Yeah. It's tough competition, man. Like it's you can't beat it.
I think it might be my favorite Shinwei or
It
animal.
made such an impact, yeah.
It was so funny. I fucking laughed so hard with that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we still got a lot.
Yeah.
Taylor's 10.
A lot of
Okay,
repeats too.
yeah, that's also true. Okay, Edwan. Let's see if we have a better picture
Edmond.
of Edwan. I think we do. Here we go. I'll use this one.
Okay. Data.
Edwan, I think, is better than Han because we see more of him. He has the whole
Mm-hmm.
data floor, and he's more of a bro. Like we get more of interaction with him than we do Han. Not much, not by much, but
Yeah.
I do like him more than Han. So he has to be at least above Han. How high can he
Mm-hmm.
go?
Yeah, I really like him. The biggest downfall is just not enough time spent with him. And it's like not the real him, it's just the data version as well. So he could change a lot. So and become someone who's less interesting or not as good. Like there's a lot
Yeah,
of potential for things to go south. So
I
we
did
have to
like.
kind of like hedge our bets here. We can't like put him too high.
Yeah, I did like him in the flashback though. Like he was the first one to say, "Oh yeah, trauma. Right? Don't worry, girls are shit. Fuck girls." And then he's like, "But I love her." And it's like, "All right, you know what? Fuck it. Then kidnap her, bring her back here, force her to marry you. Just do that." Like he's just
Hmm.
trying to help Trauma out. And then he was the
Yeah.
first one to show up too. When like the shit went down with the Mizu, and he was like, "Oh, I got to deal with this." Like he's really
Yeah,
a
he's
homie.
good. He is a homie. Yeah.
So how high above
Um
Han does that put him?
let's
I
let's
think
put
he's. I
him
think. I think I glaze him a lot harder than Han now. Sadly, I honestly
yeah,
would
I think he
say.
goes a little bit further than this for sure. Will
Uh
he go to great tier? I
I.
don't know.
I think so. I think
Okay.
so. I'm content putting him in grade tier.
Okay.
Is he better than Ren though? I would say yeah.
I would say yeah, yeah. If we're gonna go that far.
I would say he's better than Hansung. I don't
Okay.
know if
Okay.
I'd put him
We're
above
pushing.
Karaka. Yeah, I think. I
All
think
right.
Karaka might stop him.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard though. I think he's tied with Karaka and Wangnan. I would put. I would leave him there.
Okay.
Okay.
No issues here.
Okay. Here's the
Yeah, we
big
got Mashini.
question: do we count Data Mashini as separate?
I think we just combine it all together because we don't get a lot of base Mashini anyways. So
Okay, so if we're combining it all together, I'll use I guess I'll use this image from Ashni. I actually, and this might be no surprise, I actually dislike real Mashini more. I think she changed too
yeah.
much. I
Mm-hmm.
think
I think Data Mashini carries.
yeah, she obviously fits the archetype of like, the evil plotter who's like not showing all her hands. She's like the more sinister Hansung, honestly. Like she's
Mm-hmm.
Hansung but more sinister because there's more with her. You don't know what there is, but there's more, and she's just stronger. She's like more strong, more evil Hansung. Data carries it
Yeah.
pretty hard though, but how high? I would
Yeah. I'm not sure.
say
It's always a pleasure to see her in the story though. Like whenever I see Mashini, I get a little excited. You know, even if her
yeah.
role is not major. So like that's definitely worth something to do with her character.
I would say in good tier, but at the very near bottom.
Okay. Yeah.
Is it above the
She
sweepish
needs
though?
a little more to cook, but data version was really good. If we were to
Absolutely.
go data by itself, maybe she'd go higher. Is
I
my
think so.
thoughts.
Absolutely,
But
yeah.
since we're putting it all together, we just gotta, you know, like hedge our bets again and put her a little lower until otherwise.
So above or below the sweetfish?
I think above.
I think above love, and that's it.
Yeah, yeah. Over
Uh,
there, it gets a little harder to put her higher.
yeah. Let me adjust Albelda actually. I would actually put Albelda here.
Good. Yep, I agree with that. I was just thinking the same thing,
Perfect.
but I
Okay,
was
cool.
afraid to say it because I know you like Albelda. So
I do, but the more context I'm seeing with all the other characters, again, the biggest thing that hurts her is she was so long ago, and her part is
Mhm.
realistically very small. It is very
Yeah,
small.
we did rank her pretty early too, so it makes sense to give her a little adjustment.
Yeah.
All right.
Ooh. Actually, let me use the better version. Here we go.
Hmm. I don't even.
Motherfucking
Can we do
Jihad.
Jihad all together? I don't even know. It's like hard. But I guess since we
Ah.
did the other data people all together, let's just do Jihad together to keep it consistent.
Yeah, I would say as much as I hate him, and everyone knows I hate Jihad. I
Yeah,
don't
I
like
like Data
Jihad.
Jihad though.
I do like Data Jihad, but I hate Jihad for the right reasons. I actually think he's a good villain. Not as good a
Mm.
villain as White, but a good villain in terms of like, just his antagonism, what he does is what he does. He's
Hmm.
also very mysterious, and I actually think that's a plus still for right now.
Yeah,
I would put him above Ren.
yeah. He seems crazy. Like all this thing with like him like being obsessed with Arlene and then like killing the child and all this other crazy stuff that was potentially bomb and yada yada. It's all crazy stuff, but then at the same time, you kind of have this feeling like maybe there's a reason he's doing everything. You
Exactly.
know what I
It's like
mean?
Rachel. It's exactly
Like
like Rachel.
exactly. Yeah, I feel like oh my god, like what if there's a reason like we can't climb up the tower and like he's actually protecting us from something?
Which is a very common like belief I
Like
think we've
he could
had.
be a bad person and still like want to protect the people from, you know what I mean? Like it can go
Well,
both ways. Like he's not only a good like he can't like he
I
could be
think
complicated.
yeah, I think the best way to say it is he's a good person doing bad things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very much like Han Sung. I think because
Well,
I
maybe
don't
not a good person. I don't know. I feel like he could be a bad person, but like also like cuz it like I don't know, there's a lot of bad things and like we've seen like oh, I want to rule the tower sort of thing. He does seem like bad in that sense. Like maybe he might have started with good intention but now it feels a lot worse. But I think he does do a lot of good for the tower. Like his like regime or like rule over the tower has benefited a lot of people. Like the
his
tower has never been
system.
easier to climb since he set up that system.
Yeah, but he did it
Like
so
it
dirty. Remember what he did to the
yeah,
guides who didn't agree with him?
and the
They're
red garbage
wrong.
dump, all this
Yep.
stuff. Yeah, it's a lot of bad stuff too. But yeah, I don't know. It's just, but all that
And
just adds to like how complicated he is, I suppose,
yeah,
right?
because going off of Data, like Data even said like he can't even recognize like actual Jihad compared to himself,
Hmm.
which says a lot. But
Yeah, a lot of mystery, a lot of importance in this character. It's like the driving force of a lot of things.
yeah, and I hate him, but I like that I hate him. Like he's a good person to hate. I think he does it well.
Hmm. Yeah, it was good that you compared it to Rachel. I totally agree. Where it's like this sort of feeling. It's like there's got to be more to this. You know what I mean? Like
Yes. Not it's like
makes me doubt
Transformers.
myself for
Yeah.
like hating him at times. But even though like my hate
It's
is
still gonna be
probably
there.
justified. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There's more than meets the eye.
Hmm.
But not above Hansan. Or do you think above
Yeah.
Hansan?
Yeah, I'm fine either or.
I would put him above just because of his extreme relevance in the story.
Okay, yeah, like you could rationalize either or because you could also say the opposite. It's like, oh, well, we don't know too much about him or whatever. But
Yeah,
it
but
all
it's
depends on how you're feeling,
yeah,
you
it's
know.
his tower, it's his system. He targets bomb, he causes a lot of issues directly or indirectly. I mean, he's literally the king of the tower. I think it would be a disservice to put him too low. But
Yeah, yeah. I
regardless.
guess a lot of people would probably expect him to be like immediate glazed tier, but
Yeah.
it's just not enough info. I think.
Who is this? Sword Simp?
That is Sword Simp.
Right here.
Okay.
I feel a little bad because he has a little bit more story than this fucking idiot who I don't remember. But like at
Hmm.
best, he'll be here at best. But I really don't give a fuck about him. He's Yura's simp. I mean, the fact that I even know that, but I think he's throwaway. I don't give a fuck about him. I don't
Mm.
care if he dies, stays, goes, whatever. I don't even remember his
Interesting
name.
note. Him losing his ignition weapon is what creates the beast of Inieta. Like he gives Inieta the ammunition to become such a problem.
Oh yeah,
The sword that Iniesta is holding in that image right there of him is his sword, his ignition weapon.
that
Because
is
Sword Simp
funny.
has a very powerful weapon, but he can't use it properly. So in the hands of Iniesta, he basically supercharges him, and is the reason why Iniesta becomes such a problem.
That is so funny.
So it's just a little interesting tidbit. So he did play some role in the story.
So she would put him on Jobber.
Maybe, I think so.
Okay.
Low jobber, yeah.
Low job.
Because we have Vespa there. I think he can earn a spot there too.
Yeah. Okay. So next we have Traveler.
Easy jobber / red dump tier. I hate this guy.
Damn, I actually like him. I
I
think
really don't like him.
his okay, hear me out. I
Mm-hmm.
don't love him, but he was like one of your normal guy characters. We can agree on that, right? He's a normal person. He has nothing really going for him. He's a simp. We know he's a simp. But like, I don't know. He got enough story, and he was a nice guy. He didn't really do anything bad besides just be a cuck and a trick.
Yeah.
Um, I
It seems SIU has more plans for him because he's currently with well, he was in the ship with Anak
you know what he is?
and Dorsey before the marriage arc.
He's the non-evil Rachel.
Okay.
He's not gonna betray anyone. He's not gonna fuck over anyone. He's not gonna kill anyone. But he's just weak. But he does find a way to keep going up, just not through any deceitful or bad methods.
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't really know what his goal is though, but it seems like there
Emily.
seems to be some sort of plan for him. Yeah, but like Emily's already like
Does he
like
know? Does he
if
know
she was
that?
ever a human, and I think she was a human at first. I think the reason she's in the tube now is because they melted her, like what they
Oh
were
my
trying to do to
god.
Bomb, which is kind of sad. So like there isn't really much to save anymore. Like the mission is already
But does
done.
he know that though?
Failed. I think he does.
Okay, so
especially since he saw Cassano take Emily out in the little test tube. I'm pretty sure he was there for that.
I think he's just friends with Cassano.
Like post workshop. Yeah, like Cassano just takes him with him. It's weird. He's such a naive character, but like no one really wants to harm him.
He's just there. I'm saying he's the non-evil Rachel. He just piggybacks off people, but he doesn't betray or do anything. And he's just chill. He's just there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Above Sword Simp, at least, right? At least above Sword Simp.
I suppose. Yeah, I don't like him though, but I can't argue that like he has some sort of purpose.
Okay. Next up, Evan Kell.
I like Evan Kell.
I used to like Evan Kell. You know what my main issue is? Most of her power to me, or most of her I guess ranking would have been decided by her power, and I feel like she slightly got power crept. Now, to be fair, she's very heavily, and again, this is maybe just the story's fault, but she can't really go all out all the time. She has the ancient, but she mostly doesn't use it because of administrator involvement and stuff. I feel like she's just put in very bad situations, but I don't even know a good situation where she could be in. Excuse me, where there's no one around her and the administrators wouldn't get involved. I think her lore is
feels unfair.
Good.
Yeah, I do like her though, and I like her attitude towards things.
I think she kind of calmed down. She kind of got like the same thing as Yuri, where she was said to be this like crazy battle beast, fucking bloodthirsty fucker. She killed the person who owned floor 1, so she took it over. She's doing all these things. She's not aligned with really anyone either. She's just doing it just to do it. And then I don't know. I feel like she has no real direction. She's strong, but she kind of got like power crept a little bit as time went on. I am not crazy about her. I would put her in like good tier at best.
Yeah, I think good tier's fair.
She really did go down, sadly. Is she below Love?
I think she's above.
I think so too. She had a lot of aura when she first came in. She was pretty glazed. I dare say I'll put her below.
She had her moments. Last Station, she kind of popped off. Like she was a huge problem in Last Station for like a lot of the people trying to take out Bomb. She basically turned the tide of the fight when she arrived.
That is true. I'm trying to remember, what did she teach
because of her AoE.
Bomb? Yeah. What did she teach Bomb besides Orb?
Not to rely on her his overpowered shit.
Which then he just ended up doing
the Thorn
anyway.
Later, but he did spend a lot of time. Like he basically, Evan Kell is responsible for the transition between season 2 and season 3 Bomb.
Yeah,
which he's much more confident. Well, he's just more confident in his own abilities. I feel like he feels a lot stronger, in my opinion.
Okay.
It's a pretty big change from season 2 because season 2 Bomb's relatively weak, I'd like to say, but season 3 Bomb feels like solid ranker level.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think Evan Kell's training, although it was off screen, did make a big impact on Bomb.
Okay.
in like his own personal growth, excluding like his actual like overpowered abilities,
His
like
Panada,
base bomb.
yeah, his Panada party, yeah. She
Hmm.
did do good just building bombs base up, I guess, yeah.
Hmm.
I agree with near the bottom of good tier, above love. So next up, ooh, here we go. Oh god, what was her name? Sharon?
Sharon, yeah.
Yeah, I like Sharon. She's a very, very big throwaway character. Sadly, I hope we see more of her, but she's kind of just there for the battle at the last station. I would put
Yeah.
her. Uh, I would put her at the bottom of OK tier.
I would lean more towards jobber tier just because it's just she's never around.
At the top of
Just
Jobber
too
tier.
little. Yeah, top is good. Yeah.
Okay, I would agree.
But
I do like
she's
her.
a nice character, but just like kind of forgettable and like not really used for anything else other than just showing off a potential REA, I guess, because there's nothing else that happens other than the fact that she's REA. Like there's nothing else unique about her besides the fact she's an REA. Because she's her only reputation. Sorry, I'm saying REA. I meant RE.
Oh yeah,
She's
yeah.
an RE family.
I was gonna say I was getting a little confused from that.
Yeah, yeah. So she's our only solid representation of an Ari family member. So like
Justice.
that's like her main importance right now. The second we meet another Ari member that's like more interesting, she kind of just falls off immediately. So in terms of like her significance,
She
that's
did
how
play
I
her
feel.
role though. She
Yeah,
played
she
her
played a
role.
role, but it was so minor. And it's just I can't. I don't feel confident putting her above. Especially, it seems like A-OK tier is like more of a just okay tier because I feel like the kind of like is a disservice to it because a lot of these characters here are not necessarily bad. It feels a bit more negative than it is. It's just the okay tier, I think,
Okay, I
right?
mean I can remove the F anything.
Nah, we don't have to, but just a note, we can see how it's like going right now because we got Arc Raptor there, we got freaking
I
Coon
think
there,
yeah, I think they're okay.
Principal.
I mean maybe
Yeah,
Ran is the only one who maybe I would say like he's a little bit more than okay, but
yeah.
but
It's just
actually
weird
no, he's
because it's
not.
like with all the people that are there, I can't put Sharon there. It just feels off.
Damn. Okay, I agree
That's
kind of.
me.
I agree.
But I also feel
Ooh.
weird putting her in Jobber.
Huh. She's the top of
Boro,
Jobber.
one of the
The
most screen time in
y-
TOG history.
yes, the original titled like thing. He held the original syndrome, the Boro syndrome.
That's
Very,
got to be
very
worth
cool.
something.
Yeah, very, very cool when he first came out. Lots of
Hmm.
aura, very serious. Kind of almost a shifting in Tog's like sort of theme in my eyes, right? When he first came out, I thought, damn, things got a lot more dark, a lot more gritty, a lot more serious, a lot more bloody, gory, and everything, right? He's
Hmm.
more like adult. He represented like a more adult, serious Tog for me. Because that's when they
Yeah.
really first started killing people in those trains too. But as time went on, we know what happened. He has Boro syndrome. He becomes a clown. He becomes stupid. I think he's not serious anymore at all. Now, granted, you could say that's because of, you know, his whole character quest kind of getting completed, right? What was their whole
Hmm.
goal? To see, what was her name? Rowan?
Rowan. Yeah.
Yeah. And they saw her. So I guess, you know, maybe now he's happy, but
Yeah, they finished their perpetual cycle, so now he could live like a normal life. Maybe that's why he was all gritty, because they were all pretty down and depressed, like always returning to the train and stuff like that. So,
yeah. But I think that's actually a detriment to just his character because him acting silly and stuff is so different from how he was introduced. And this
hmm
guy is just ass. The only saving grace he has was he made White react to him.
I like Boro,
I
even
don't
though he has
know.
the Boro syndrome. Like, I don't get upset when he's in the story, despite him taking so much screen time.
I kind of do. I would. Mm, yeah. Oh my god. There's part he started so good. I would put him at the bottom of OK tier.
I'm
Personally,
sorry.
I would
Say
put
again.
him.
I like missed it.
Yeah, I would put him at the bottom of OK tier just because of like how cool he was in the beginning. But the
I'd
fall
put
off
him a
is so
little
hard.
higher than a lot of these other people here.
Really?
Yeah, I'd put him up like at least above Gosang.
Mm, I don't know. I like Goseng more than
Boro's
Boro.
around for a while. He doesn't
That's
make a
not
big impact, but
good.
he's just like he's a normal dude. But he's around for a while, but he's also not like a problem really. Like I don't feel like oh god, it's Boro again. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, he doesn't
Like it
even
doesn't
have
really
much
bother me that
fights, but
much.
I don't know. I mean, even his gimmick of like being the anti-sword person, I feel like even that wasn't really fully true either.
That's true. Yeah, it does feel a bit like
Like White
lame.
overreacted. Personally, White overreacted
Yeah.
to this guy.
Hmm.
Like White was out here making me think like, oh yeah, even in White's full form, he can like parry White or like counteract White somehow. That shit's not happening for a million fucking years. Get out of my face. Like
Yeah.
disgusting. I don't know. I think Boro has massively lost almost 99% of his value. He was a pump and dump scheme.
I like his friendship with Sachi though. Like he spends a lot of time with Sachi.
Yeah, and then
Like when after they join the crew.
after their arc, we barely see them interacting that much.
In the Hidden Floor, they interact quite a bit because they're stuck together. I'm pretty sure.
Really? Huh.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
It's whatever. I won't linger too much on. I'm not going to be a huge Boro defender.
Huh.
Wherever he lands, he lands. But I don't mind him.
I'll put him above uh, Kasano.
It just feels weird having some of those people above him. Yeah, especially Chang was just like such a disappointment for
Yeah.
how cool he could have been. Like Boro doesn't really give me that, and he's been around for so long. Like yeah, he's like he has the syndrome and stuff like that, but like it feels like even though it should be like oh my god, it's such a huge disappointment. Like this guy was so serious and stuff like that. Like for some reason, I don't feel that way. I'm not sure why, but
I don't know. I definitely do.
maybe it's just exposure. Like I've just seen him so much that it just feels normal to me.
I got
Yeah,
upset
I don't
with
know.
him.
Maybe I'm different. I
Damn.
wonder how the community in general feels about Boro. Like that's an interesting sort of thought experiment, I guess.
I feel like we're gonna be very split. I think,
Yeah.
but who knows?
Oh well. I think he's fine where he is right now. If you're good with it,
I'm good with it. I'm good with.
let's
Putting
do
him
like
over
one or
Kasano.
two more. I think I'm getting a little tired.
Okay, we got two big ones too. So
Oh shoot.
we'll end that with a bang here. Oh, we'll start with a good one
Okay.
next time. Okay, so Calivan. Fuck this picture. Let's get the good picture. Where is he? I know we have a better one. One with his
Yeah, I'm
cool
looking
hair.
for it.
There it is. The
Oh,
beret.
there. Yeah. Oh, that's top tier. Caliban.
I think Calivan.
Great. I
Yeah.
think is where I'm
Again,
putting him initially.
a little bit of a problem with the crocodile treatment again. Even though he did not come early, I think for what he is and what he represents, I wish we saw him now, right? Because the common thing we keep asking, or at least I keep asking, is like, could he fight Dumas? I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but
That could also be like the issue of like him showing up too early, like purely just
exactly.
because of that. Like if they showed up at the same time, I think they would make sense against each other.
But here's the issue, right? I think that I'm trying to like do like power scaling here,
Because they
right?
kind of did the same thing. Like like at his time, um, Caliban was the Dumas. Like no one could stop him. Like everyone was trying to stop like Caliban when he was trying to chase after Bomb. Literally no one could stop him. They could just slow
True.
him down for like a few seconds. Like Karaka tries to wrap him up multiple times, it does nothing. um, White tries to hold him off, and it's sort of effective, but it doesn't like end. Like I don't think he ends up. Oh no, he cuts off his arm actually, but that was because of his own hubris.
Yeah, he kind of fucked up with that.
Yeah, but I don't know. He's just an interesting character, too, and he follows the rules like to the note too. Even if it's like,
To the detriment.
yeah, exactly. Even if it ends up screwing over later.
Yeah, he even mentioned it too. He had a really easy opportunity to deal with Bomb, but
Mm-hmm.
he didn't do it because of duty.
Yeah. He
And
has an opportunity where he turns on them too during Cat Tower. He's like, "Nope, you screwed up. You sacrificed my people. That's it. I'm coming for you now."
he even warned him too. He's like, I'm warning you. Like if this doesn't
Mm-hmm.
go well, then like I'm coming for you. And he did.
Yep.
He's a man of extreme honor, and I really like that. I think for sure. You know what? He really was the first Dumas type character. So like he had a
Yep.
lot of aura. I would put
We
him
glazed him a lot
honestly.
when we were reading too.
Yeah, I put him right below Jinsung.
Yep. Very fitting, I think.
Okay.
Have those two together.
Final character for the night. Urine.
Oh, you're in awe.
Urine Ha.
Yeah.
The grandmother? Or great grandmother?
Like I think great grandmother
Of
probably.
Yuri. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Very hard
yeah.
to rank.
Very hard because like we like Yuri, she's connected with Yuri. I think she's hilarious, right?
Mhm.
We don't see her in the flashbacks, do we? We don't
No,
still
we
know how she
don't.
looks. Yeah.
Not at all.
'Cause
The only time we see her is very shortly during the red dump. We see like her silhouette
oh
based off
yeah,
the hairpin.
yeah. I kept thinking we were seeing her because of Yurang, but it wasn't her. It was a Yurang, obviously. So,
Hmm.
I think there's a lot of potential. I think it's mostly good things I'm looking forward to with Urine. I think there's a lot of hype behind Urine too, just because of
Yep.
Yuri and everything. So
And her family is one of our favorites. I think that we see in like around the tower with like Jin Sung Ha, Yuri, Jihad, even what's his face, the guy who's with Ran, Novik is pretty cool too for like a family member.
yeah,
Like the Ha family are just great. I think to the
and I
story.
just I just remembered how they treat men too,
Oh yeah,
like fucking
it's like a
slaves.
matriarchy. Yeah,
Yeah.
which is
So
super interesting. Love that
yeah,
actually.
very very.
It's interesting.
Yeah, I like how each family, and we haven't met much, right? Gustang's family kind of hails him as like kind of like a prophet almost, I would say, right? They just listen to
Yeah,
him and he manipulates them. So very religious prophet type
yeah. He's
things,
like a
which
living Jesus Christ. Yeah.
yeah, and it's ironic because look at how he's dressed. He's dressed like a pastor, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So his one is like religious. Traumara's one is just straight fear and neglect. Like his whole
Mm-hmm.
family's really running the show for him. And then Urine's one is just like the matriarch. Like each one is so different, and I really really like that.
Yep.
Because of all this, because of just like all the positive, I can't think of anything bad with Urine other than I'm just a little scared. But and I'm scared just because she's crazy. But aside from that, like I really want to meet Urine, and I hope she like gets the hots for Bomb, man. So honestly,
Mm.
I would rate her at the very, not the very TP top. I would be very excited to see her above everyone else besides maybe Rahel, personally.
Wow. So this is all from this is a lot of this is from anticipation, but
Yes, honestly, that's the biggest thing carrying her. And, it's who she is. It really is anticipation. Yeah.
mhm. Yeah. I was gonna put her in A-OK tier because I was gonna rate her based off what we have and not necessarily like the potential of it. But if we're considering the fact that like her family's just so interesting and like all the people from there have been for the most part like positives, like there's not really much bad we can say about any Ha family members. They're just all interesting. Love their dynamic, how they're like hot headed and typically hot headed and like, martial artsy people.
And they're related to
Um,
Jinsung, too. Jinsung gave us some
yep.
good lore about them, too.
And Urine is supposed to be very similar to Yuri. She was very disappointed with how they treated her after breaking every single rule. Like all
I
that stuff is just more as to why we could lean into like the anticipation that she's probably going to be great. So
love
yeah,
her.
I'm all right with it. And it's
Okay.
your tier list, man. Like we
No,
we,
it's
we do it
not.
based off we feel. It's not objective, really.
It's not my tier list. It's our
Ours.
tier list
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, I co-sign on this basically is what I'm saying
Perfect.
here. I don't disagree.
Okay. So I think with that, we'll leave it here. And we've been going for a good minute, too. We've been doing 2.5 hours, a little over, which is not
Hmm.
bad. I think we made great progress. Now, I know in the beginning we said, let us know if you guys want more. I hope you guys want more. I really want to do more. Like I don't want to leave this unfinished. I really like this.
I think we're
But
gonna finish it anyways.
what happened?
I think we're gonna finish it anyways,
Yeah,
regardless.
yeah. I think
Just for closure.
yeah. Regardless of what you guys want. I mean, I hope you want it, but excuse me, we might be making the executive decision here. Now, if you want to do other tier lists, if you guys want a specific one, for sure, let us know that. But that might
Yeah.
have to come after Urek. We'll see. But yeah, no, I'm very happy with where we're ending out, and I like a lot of the placements. I feel like they're very different
Hmm.
too from what we placed initially,
Yeah, definitely. And
which is
I
good.
do like it feels really good because some of these placements feel like they just slot into place. You know what I mean? Like because we started getting some of these on, like putting more just feels like it makes sense. Like how we just put what's his face? Caliban next to Jinsung, like it makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. He's that level
It
of
feels like
character.
everything's coming to place. Like we're making a puzzle and like you see like the missing pieces.
It feels good.
Yeah.
It feels like it makes sense. Yeah.
Mhm. The tier list does feel a bit harsh though. Maybe our tier labeling was a bit difficult because I feel like the okay tier is like a little better than what the literal sense of that word would say. I don't know.
You really
And
are held
Jobber's
up
like
on the
I'm thinking like the okay and the Jobber tier, like the disparity between them feels a lot further than it actually is.
Yeah, maybe
Like the wording just feels harsh,
it's
but
definitely the
like
naming. Yeah,
I would just consider just like the tiers themselves and not necessarily like the names behind them. Like you see, like this one's higher than this one, like that sort of thing.
yeah,
And then just red dump.
yeah.
Surprised me. I was expecting a lot more red dump people, but I guess because this is our previous
We're
tier
gonna
list, we usually
we're
don't
gonna get
put
to them.
characters that don't matter.
We're gonna get to them.
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. There's just like
I think there's
because
not that
usually there's
many.
characters. Yeah, there's very small characters that show up that we could have added to because these are all from our tier list previously. So if we
The
want to add every single small character, we probably would have had a lot more red dump tier.
Yeah, the biggest issue was, and I guess I kind of like didn't look through too much. The old tier list before the purge had a lot more characters, but remember we lost a lot of them
Yep,
because it
true.
like glitched out. So
Yeah.
I didn't bother re-adding them because they were so little anyway. So
hmm
it ended up working out. But either way, I mean, I guess that's pretty much it. Me and Adrian will get back together again, most likely. And now this is not a promise, we got to see, but most likely probably next week on Friday during
hmm
normal, usual talk times. But we won't know for sure. Now, if we are going to do it, we're going to do it live at Twitch TV/Technics channel. And for sure, we will know, and you will know, when we're going to do it if you go to my Twitter at Twitter, also known as X.com/Technics channel, where I'll tweet out right before we go live. And then aside from that, if you miss this live, as always, you can watch it at a delay at youtube.com/Technics. But that's pretty much about it for the tier list for now. Part one of God knows how many. Maybe we could do the whole thing next. Maybe not. I feel like we got through a good chunk because
hmm
a lot
A
of
lot of
this
these are
first
repeats.
row, yeah, a lot of this first row is basically out. Some of the second row too.
hmm
Yeah, and then as we go down, I feel like it'll get pretty much kind of easier too. But we'll see.
hmm
But either way, that's gonna be it. We hope everyone enjoyed. Tell us what you think. Tell us any potential ideas you have for any other videos before we do Uruk, tier lists, or whatever. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you guys next time.